Let's get it popping, baby. Let's get it popping. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. You have already had a ton of data. So literally, PPI was surprisingly good. Retail sales was surprisingly stronger. Everything else was slightly weaker. Jerome Powell did not say anything. It turned into a DEI summit. But other than that, we're going to see where the confusing reaction is. Chop is still on the menu. Remember, it's been kind of extended here for a while, but anything could happen. Even if it goes down, it doesn't mean you're going to go down 300 points. So vibe with it. We'll see. We also have headlines coming out of India and other deals. Headlines coming out of India and other things. So we'll see where it takes us. But Chattadonia, we got a little bit of time. Actually, about 2 minutes. You are here right now. I need to go to the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, this is your time to post the plays. Please, you guys, read the rules. I tried to be nice about them yesterday. Today, I'm just going to ban the shit out of you. I might not even say anything. So this is your final warning. Post your plays right now. Everything after the bell is not allowed. Please read the rules. And yeah, I think you see it, man. We've done this for about 6 months now. There is a lot of Chads who understand, and we're ready to go. So you got to pick, baby, and let's get it. All right? That sound good? That sound good, baby. So read the rules, poster plays. What do you got? Well, it's not a trap. I swear it's not a trap. It's not entrapment. You know, like if you ask them if they're a cop, they have to tell you. They don't, you guys. You know that? That's a lie. That's a movie lie. But I'm not. I promise I'm not going to ban you if I ask you for the play. After the bell, I'll ban the out of you. I will. That's a fact. I will. It's a lie. It's a trap if it's after the bell. I want to hear about your play. I want to hear about, I made this. I made it. Oh, shut up. Get a fucking long term. That's what I care about. Can you do it for 5 years? Can you do it for 10 years? I don't know if they feel me, bro. I hope they do. I hope they do. But yeah, Chattadonia, I don't have any news, no news TV, just ads.
What we're doing is diminishing. And so how do you work with other
TLT, January 155, SPY 90s. Look at the plays. There you Good luck, you guys. Let's go. Amen. On the front lines. Look at you calling it before war, before battle. You showed your plans to the people. Oh, you didn't come running into the city after. Oh, my.
Someone has said as opportunity centers. And libraries are offering collections.
Let's go. Pizza, Monster, NVO, watching the chop. Oh, you know what I'm saying? They don't run back into the city. Oh, the British are coming! No, they knew the plan. All right, I'm going to be watching CoreWeave. Oh, we only got 20 seconds. CoreWeave, Nike, Illumina, Starbucks, MRK, UNH, Walmart, and Alibaba, baby. So, yeah, and we already have UNH. I bought those on Monday. We made about 400%, and then I have one more left. So, yeah, we do have, we already have exposure to UNH, and that one's going to be fun, but don't buy it for the long term. Do whatever you want, honestly. But like I'm saying, it's kind of crazy. Round one. Fight. All right, let's see. I don't even know if they're going to open up UNH right away. But there's one play today. I know one. I'm scared, but I know it. I got an idea. Oh, watch STX2. I got one of those. And then all the core weaves dead. So the free greedy ones are clapped. The other ones for June are actually clapped too. What? No, those are up way more. That's just the cost basis on the free. Oh, no, that's the put. The put didn't make money. So, yeah, remember we did that move? They slashed a lot of premium. Then they added a bunch. All right, and then watch, is UNH open? Actually, my UNH ain't there. Yeah, now it is. UNH, oh yeah, 1,500%. All right. And then now NVIDIA, you got Meta. We're actually down 0.6 here on the Nazi. MSTR. Boeing is a going. Oh, Habibi, Boeing is a going? No, Ya Ragil, it's amazing. Hamas says release of U.S. hostage in return for aid to Gaza. they're not filling me on anything. That's why I'm so quiet. All right. I got one. The UNH, I'm going to ride that one for, oh my goodness. Bro, the UNH just went 3,000%. Oh, fuck. No, I have to sell it, you guys. Dude, that's literally 20 cents into $900. Bro, what do you think this is? Or maybe we'll hold it a little. I just made another play. Yeah, that was the one from beginning of the week. So yeah, it's down 13. They're up to $1,000 from 25 cents. Oh my goodness, bro. All right. Yeah, the UNA. Oh my goodness. No, it's going. Now it's at 1,200. Now it's at 1,300. This is crazy. Now 14. This is literally a 7,000%, bro. All right, I sold out at $1,200. So, GG's if you got it. Oh no, I got 13. All right, yeah. So if you don't get paid off that, you just hate money. You know what I'm saying? Because again, the other ones we got 300-400, but yes, sir. What's this one? Pricing. India Trade Secretary comment on trade talks, says India working with U.S. in direction of joint statement on trade. So that is coming out now. Oh, the Pinduo Duo, is that the put? Yeah, the put is up too. I forgot about that. We balanced those. Watch the RTK. I got a couple more ideas, but for now, we're starting with taking profits. Qubits in Rigetti. That thing's starting to move up there. I want another UNH, but again, literally, bro, 25 cents is insane. Oh, it's still going to dance around here. UNH 220 for the long term. I have a very special price target on UNH, but unfortunately that's a premium plus subscriber. So, yeah. I don't know how you guys want to do this. United Health, the lowest since April 20. Yeah, there's no more cheap ones. Actually, if you did the debit spread, you could get cheap ones, but you're not going to have the upside. All right, and then Boeing is a going. Oh, Stream Alerts should be working. I don't know if you guys have got them. But yeah, it's saying they're sent. I've sent out all the take profits and everything else. I mean, just get ready, you guys. Like, even with UNH, in all seriousness, they're going through big drama now, okay? And like, have you ever been around somebody? Oh, I've been around the best. Bradley Frizzle in the peach. Harder. Okay. Well, and then you guys fucking scammers. You guys not telling me about the wire. Huh? Shout out Bradley Frizzle in the peach, baby. Amen. Apple popping up. Again, we did just have an India comment. God bless. How you feeling, Bowen? Bowen, Bradley, Bowen, Bradley in the peach. Energy stocks fall. All right. UNH still going. Oh, where's a CoreWeave? CoreWeave dropping. All right, I just got another free UNH. So yeah, make that free. It's a weekly. It's just moving like fucking insane. But yeah, they just doubled up another set of cheap contracts. Run it. Banks on the high. A Nike pop in. Again, Nike is probably going to get a little bit of steam off the, what's it called? The Foot Locker thing. Look at Reddit and SPY's near the low. And Google now. Oh, these people are crazy. The VIX is on the high, actually. It's going right now. Oh, fuck me. Okay, no, that filled. The drama with UNH? I forgot. Oh, yeah. Have you ever seen like somebody go through a scandal? Like I know a lot of people, and I've had friends like this. I've had friends where they've gone through bad times, and then when you're caught in the middle of a scandal, what happens? Nobody wants to be around you. Are you guys not like where? Well, how come nobody visits Diddy anymore? You guys don't think that's how do you go from having all the parties to no one even want to see Diddy? What do you mean? Now, if you met Diddy, you got to quit your job? Do you get the idea? So, like, you go through a scandal, people don't want to be near you. So, even now, with whatever, Humana not only had the CEO get shot, or not Humana, UNH, and now you have this, like, do you get the idea? Like, do you see what I'm saying? Where this is going to take at least, like, another year minimum of just, like, welcome to the club. You guys are now just like all the other, names that were doing good. Then it gets fucking hit at the Achilles, and now it's going to take a couple of years or a long time to get you back to recovery. So think about that. So that's why I'm really happy with Humana now. I was really mad at Humana when we bought it, and then it went lower. I got caught in that one, but now Humana already suffered. Humana already went down ahead of time. Now the UNH is going down. So if they have their scandal, I think that's just going to push a lot of money back into our boy. Please hold. Bro, my fucking market orders are so slow. Bro, I'm putting in market orders and it won't fill it. So fucking weird. I have bought options on Fidelity as part of covered calls, but I did not like it. It's very weird. Rivian on the high. Savage Ricky. Thank you, my friend. Morgan Stanley going. And Goldman. Remember that one yesterday? That was doing that towards the end of the day. The Microsoft on the high. Okay, where is it? Is that Nike still climbing? I haven't even looked at the Dick's Sporting Goods and all that. Where's UNA? UNA's still chilling. So watch out, because if UNH does the pin here, they're just going to start killing the sides. Both sides of premium. Think about it. Because everything was just hitting on both sides. Back and forth, back and forth. So if it just stays pinned, that's going to burn all of that. I would add more Humana eventually, but I don't think now's the time. Bowen at a pop. Yeah, dude, MSTR is still up. Weirdly enough, there's premium. Oh, and then the NEE. I don't know if I made that one free. I'm selling NEE up. I'm selling those. Russian delegation says they are ready to discuss compromises at talks with Ukraine. Nothing's really moving off that. And then Microsoft rocketing up right now. And then Bro, CoreWeave lower. So that one's not hitting. And then, yeah, that's MSFT. MSTR. Does MSTR belong in a long-term portfolio? That is a premium plus subscriber question, unfortunately. So if you have $20, I would love to talk about it, but I have to keep that info to the premium plus subscribers. Because MSTR, there's a lot of money behind it, so that answer is high demand. MO? They're finally going up. You're kind of getting the reverse rotation. Again, remember, everybody kind of doing the big tech stuff. I see a lot of non-big tech on the high. But yeah, in a weird way, you guys, even though we're getting all the data, I think we're going to respond randomly to something. But, you know, the cuck zone and the chop city is still in play. Yeah, LMT's going up. No, those defense headlines aren't moving it. Pinduo, old RTXs, that one's still up. Even GSAT. Okay, SPY with the red. Robin, actually a bigger red. They're going down a little bit more. Latest headline is the Russia-Ukraine stuff. NVIDIA flushed. Yeah, CoreWeave got worked. I still like that one, though. Yeah, everything's starting to take a candle broadly. Look at the SPY, or look at the high-low ticker. So you got more names going down now, even Apple. You just had Microsoft and a few others play along. Trump live? Abu Dhabi. Let's see. Oh, dude, that Powell conference is still on. I see a video, but I don't think he's there yet. CTSH. Yeah, Walmart, again, Walmart finally, they were a little slower, but they kind of caved a little bit to tariff pressure. Yeah, those are the biggest reds for the day, or that biggest red, but you're just back a little bit below open. Reddit's dumping. I mean, that's down $10 lower than yesterday. But yeah, 5865. So remember, 5,900. I think 8782 is the level. And then we still are going to play the 5800s, but it's either big day or chop. So we'll be on the lookout. It's harder to tell now. I'm kind of leaning towards chop, though, even though we've gotten a bunch of data and hard data. But yeah. Polish Department of Economy doesn't see any negative trends now from trade division due to tariffs. I haven't looked at oil. Yeah, oil is actually moving around on that red candle, ironically enough. So yeah, and then watch the currencies. Again, Bitcoin coming down. We don't know what that is. So again, there's still a lot, like I'm saying, you're going to be playing roulette today because there is a lot of data. So by the time you start moving and hitting points, you won't really know what it is. Humana makes you want to do an early long-term deposit. Is that the rules? So literally like 48 hours ago, right after making a philo on being wise and thinking, homeboy tells me he buys UNH impulsively. And I gave him a little spiel. You know what I'm saying? So, and then you see what happens. So, you got a Chad NFT. You've been here very long, Robert. Why are you playing? Why are you trying to get your brothers to FOMO? Why would you tell them to break the rules? And why would you plant that seed? Oh, I want to go early. Oh, what if I miss out? Oh, why? Why would you want that? So, yeah. It's time, brother. It's time. No, the NFT he has was Chad. It's called Chad. We talked about it when we were doing NFTs. So he's been here since at least 2021. Haram, Habibi, haram. Don't give FOMO to Chad. Pepsi moving. It's a good name. And then UNH still lower. Yeah, Pepsi's up 1. I hope you guys see it. So either by the end of today, staples are going to be running, and then everything so far this week that ran will calm down. Otherwise, by middle of the day, they're all going to catch a bid or they're all going to sell off. So, again, I don't know yet. It's a mix of choppy with still a big day on the side. But, yeah, literally, staples now are reversing the last 3 or 4 days. So, it's either they're all going to move in tandem or everybody else down, staples up. Yeah, utilities. It's pretty much just a little bit of profit taking going back to defense. So I was talking about yesterday, it's like we could go down, we could still calm down, but it's not going to be huge. But then if it is huge, it'll probably be as a result of policy or something. RTX. T-Mobile. It's kind of staple communication or utility, I don't know. T-Mobile is kind of all of it. Nike on the high still, ON. bought UNH yesterday. Yeah. Listen, I don't kind of even blame you guys, but I hope you see it, like, for real, man. Like, let me ask you this. If you did end up buying UNH, like, in the last 24 hours, I'll be honest, but, like, did somebody influence you to buy it, or did you see a lot of stuff? Because I'm genuinely serious. I believe they have an ad campaign and a bunch of bots all around this shit. Because I don't understand it. I'm telling you, the amount of people that came out so aggressive on this stock, and the amount of $100,000 buys and dude, everyone just buy UNH. Oh my God, UNH. Dude, it was wicked. That's why I'm like, did you guys, like, were you just reading a lot, or like what went into that? Because again, like, look at like Humana and other stuff, like it wasn't really that unique, not to mention everything else that's gone on with that company specifically. Abbott on the high. Remember, didn't they have something the other day? U.S. Energy, yeah, it was moving with that candle. Apple selling, so whatever little bounce off the bottom, you're still, again, chopping. But now Apple, remember, they were down lower. You bought for 15 cents and sold. Well, listen, you just flexed. I flexed because I called out that play. Does that make sense? I literally texted everybody who supported me for years within seconds, and I said 25 cents. I said the call and the put on both of them. You know, I have the monopoly on plays now. I have the monopoly on flexing. You do not. So, my brother, be reborn. Be reborn. I texted everybody. I said this exact, but before I saw it on Twitter, before anywhere, you guys got a text. That's why it was 25 cents. It's literally why it was so cheap. So, yeah. But no, you can't flex. You guys have to, I flex. That's it. It's changed. I have the flexopoly. I do. You cannot get a text. No. You know what's funny, though? I like that people get mad at it. They're mad that they can't buy stream alerts. I had homeboy on Twitter just fucking harassing me because he has a Discord. And he's like, why you don't say that? Oh, by the way, with the alerts. I said, sir, that's another subscription, sir. No, it's the Beyond Premium Plus subscriber. No, and then you'll need another one. And then there's another one. Here's another one. Block and move on. No, I made my Twitter private. So now I'm going to post more stuff on Twitter, but now I'm going to limit more people. I'm just fucking with you guys if you haven't realized it. That's it. If you want the info, good, God bless. I'm going to take care of the people who got me. They've been good, bro. They've been good people. I got them. They're already on board. We have fun. They're not scared of me. I'm not scared of them. Like, it's amazing. So, yeah, bro. Good luck. Lock in. Get a long term. Stream alerts. If it's real stream alerts and you're paying the big amount, email and it will work. But if you're talking about the long-term ones, then I'm sorry. That's not the stream alerts. Uber CEO still clear believers in Aurora. Zelensky said he had good talk with Erdogan. Yeah, so just be careful. And then here's the deal. Like, you guys, I mean this, like, nicely. And why is NOC and RTX going up? They're both moving in tandem. Oh, a new low on UNH. But here's the deal. I mean this nicely. I, like, genuinely believe some of you guys are getting brainwashed by UNH. That's why I've been cracking so many jokes. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. And, like, you guys are right. There is value to a degree. But like I'm saying, like, you need to start showing a little wisdom right now. And what I mean by that is that, dude, it is getting like beat up right now. It's going through a lot of stuff, right? Like, this isn't, it's going to take you at least a year. Like, do you not remember Intel? Do you not remember Disney, Boeing? I mean, GE, for crying out loud. So it might, again, you guys might be right in the long term, not against it. Like I'm saying, it was the leader. You know what I'm saying? But look at the opportunity in the world right now. All the money, what's going on. If you want to tie yourself and tie your money into the conflict, you may get rewarded, you may not. That's all you, but you better have a long-ass timeline on UNH. And you might spend a lot of time still going through what the fuck is the problem before we go through the recovery. And before you go through the wait and see. Again, NOC and RTX. Both of those. You remember when I was talking Uber in the 30s and 40s? Believe it or not, my last purchase on Uber was $24. So, yeah, we love it. But that was when they told me it would never work because of robo-taxis. NVO's up. All right, SPY 2 again. Watch those defense. Who's the other one? UNH. No, the UNH is propaganda. I think some of you guys haven't realized it yet. I think some of you are discovering the power of the pharma propaganda machine. Retail inventories for autos, 0.4. Housing market, NAHB 34 verse 40. Yeah, dog. Like I said, I mean, everything you guys seen in the last couple days, every time I started, they thought they were trolling me. And then I start like joking around with them. But just remember what I've been telling you guys the last couple of weeks. I just want you to be safe. So whatever, you may not like my language, you may not like my attitude, whatever it may be, but I am trying to keep investors safe. And so that's all. I go for safety. I prioritize it over gains. And some of you should start doing that. SPY is jumping. Yeah, you did you got the data there. Housing, and then you still got the, what's it called, comment. The India one. But yeah, watch. It's moving. Yeah, Core Weave. I like it a lot, though. So I'm going to keep my eyes on that one. And then Pinduoduo in China. That candle's big, but it's nothing yet. And then Intel pop in. That one's kind of random. Happy birthday to me. Oh, Jimmy. Happy birthday, baby. And shout out to Long Term. Horn. Dollar General and Staples still going. Jimmy. Amen, bro. But yeah, be safe, you guys. That's all. Just trying to keep the money and grow it. Safety is more important than missing out. Yeah, NVO. Again, it's reverse day, you guys. So all the stuff that was down the other day go up, and what was up goes down. You know the vibe. You know the truth. Hilton, Pepsi, all on the highs right now. A new member. Welcome. Welcome, my friends. Get a long time. AMT, American Tower. That's another one I saw. Oh, you've requested to follow me on Twitter? Oh, I don't even know how to do this. This is going to be fun. And then, if you're the type who always, like, tweet at me with some, like, unserious shit, I can remove you from following me. It's amazing. So, yeah, it's good. We're doing another round of cleanup. That's it, baby. You better get on board and get a fucking law term. Oh, man. Yeah, it's like a different type of ban. It's just clean. I like a clean HOA, man. Wayfair on the high. Kind of popping. 20 cents. Oh, I forgot to show Nepal the lemon game. Yeah. Anyone else seeing coin news that they expect a 400 million hit because of cyber attack? No, I haven't seen that. Nike filled the gap. Yeah, that's why, and it will stop the Josh bots. That's the beauty too. But yeah. Oh. Beautiful, giving a chance for re-entries. You guys are pumpers, okay? But listen, I don't care. I did my job. You guys are doing the same thing, but now at a worse spot, you know? You literally just had somebody yell at you, telling you to be safe, and now you're 25% lower. So, yeah. You guys already hurt people. No? You don't think so? And then what if it doesn't bounce? What if it takes 6 months while the whole market rips, and then you're in it just like you've seen us with Humana? Again, we already have experience. So you already know it. I didn't see coin move though. I haven't seen that headline. Wayfair's still going. They disclosed a security breach where criminals bribed overseas customer support agents to access personal data of less than 1% of its monthly transaction users. They said that came out at 8 a.m. So it is kind of old, but yeah. And then crypto not too hot. SPY had that little move there, but it was nothing. Again, NVO back up. It might come back down. Abbott too. I feel like we've been seeing them. Oh, it's still kind of dancing around. All right, I need to go pee. So follow me on Instagram at the Trading Fraternity. God bless America.
Joe's point is that it's mostly, in his words, about
and I will be right back. Watch the market.
Trade protectionism, which implies higher inflation and rising long-term yields. In his words, the bond market's not buying it. This notion that we're going to escape some of those longer-term frictions.
But you also have to factor in the fact that, they're taking out Fed cuts. June, for instance, has been almost fully priced out, and there's barely 3 cuts priced in this year. So that's an argument suggesting it's just a better mood and a better tone about what's going to happen with the economic data. And we haven't seen auction increase in terms of how much the U.S. Treasury has to borrow, but that's something to watch, in the coming months and quarters, because we're gonna have to borrow a lot, and let's see what this tax bill looks like and how much of a drag it is on the deficit. It's just notable to watch, because remember, After Liberation Day, when President Trump said bond market was getting yippy, I think was the word he used.
Yes, that was right.
Yippy, and then that a lot of people thought, and he basically attributed to why they reversed, they put in the pause on 90 days. We're back up to those levels.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
it was a
on the
Wednesday
30-year.
night, and it was late, and we popped to 4.5. That's basically where we are now.
Yeah, 30-year briefly hitting 5%. The thing is, what I'm hearing, it's more orderly than it was then. And it's kind of coming a little bit more slowly. And if it's coming for the right reasons, maybe that's better, which is a better outlook on the economy. We just don't know yet.
Deficit is up year over year, I believe 13%,
It is.
even despite the cost-cutting efforts and everything else. You're still talking about double-digit increases in the deficit.
Right, and the question is, are they going to be able to offset the tax cuts ultimately?
Right.
So could it go even higher? Are we talking about that? That's, maybe problematic, although, look, it just takes 1 week unemployment report, and they just buy treasuries like crazy.
Meantime, let's dig a little bit deeper into that data. Joining us this morning, former Fed Governor Frederick Mishkin. Rick, it's great to have you back. Thanks for joining us.
Good to be here.
While we're on that topic, what do you think some of these longer-term yields are trying to tell us?
Well, I think one of the issues is that Trump is actually interfering with the international financial system that we developed over a period of many, many years. And foreigners, as a result, are pulling out of the markets. So the risk premium or premium for U.S. government bonds has in fact gone up. And a way of thinking of this is we're losing what we used to call the exorbitant privilege, the fact that everybody wanted to hold dollars and hold U.S. Treasury securities. That's been going away, and that's a real problem.
There's a big piece this morning on the FT looking at Elliott, big hedge fund, arguing that this trade war friction risks longer-term capital flight. Is that a view that you share?
Yeah, I think that this is a big problem. I mean, people are mostly worried about whether it'll cause a recession or not because of all the increased uncertainty, because the Trump administration flip-flops. Every day we get something new. It's actually, as he said, it's good TV. But the long-run issues are really much more serious, because we've developed a system where we have very efficient supply chains, that we have flows of goods and services and capital across countries. And that's actually made for a better world order and actually more successful economies. If that goes away, that's actually harmful to the long-run economic growth, not just of the other places, but the U.S. as well. And that's really a big problem. I think actually a bigger problem than any short-run effects.
Rick, it's Sarah. I want to push back a little bit on and I know that there was some talk about foreigners dumping our treasuries and what's happening with the global trading system. During the week of May 9th, Japanese investors bought $13.3 billion in overseas notes and bonds. Buying was seen in 3 of the last 4 weeks. So that does run counter to the narrative that foreign buyers are, for some, just have stopped buying our treasuries. It's not clear that that's really happening.
Well, the thing is that whenever we get good news from the Trump administration, i.e. lower tariffs, you see the markets bounce back. And in fact, we've seen a huge bounce back of the stock market, for example. So the fact that you can pick periods when you get sort of good news that Trump may not go as far as he has in terms of harming this international financial system, the markets bounce back. But that doesn't mean that there haven't been long-run consequences in this context. And in fact, Treasury yields are actually very high. The long-term yields are actually quite high, particularly relative to what short-term interest rates are. This is actually unusual. But in fact, very understandable given what has been happening in terms of policies from the U.S. government.
So you sound pretty negative. Does that mean that you expect the economic fallout from here to be ugly? Because we haven't really seen the impact, right?
We haven't seen the impact yet. We're starting to see a little bit. I mean, I noticed
came down a little bit, not too crazy.
They have price haven't gone up. I just bought something on Amazon, which are earplugs, and they were just as cheap as ever, and that's because they're in inventory stocks. But that's not going to last because the things are made in China. Okay, so the impacts of the tariffs are actually going to be coming.
All right. Well, welcome back. I hope you're living good. SMCI on the low. Remember the chips and all that hype that brought a lot of momentum. But again, today is all the value plays, even some of the retail China ones. They're doing good. Yeah, it's good. I had to go to the bathroom. I got a water, stretched a little, bro. I was watching TXN, Procter Gamble, Coca. Bro, it's staples all day. Bro, like nonstop. Procter Gamble, all of those are going. So literally, like I said earlier, they're either all going to hold up or it'll flip-flop. But if staples hold up, a good day is if staples are up and then everything that's down comes up. Otherwise, if staples stay up, then it'll just be an odd day. If staples up, everything else down, we're going to just kind of be holding the middle. Brought to you by UNH. Get your claim denied today by the stock propaganda. Are you feeling down? Do you feel like your life's just not the same? Here at United Health, we make sure we'll deny every claim to the point where a child will murder our CEO. That's our commitment to profits. Buy our stock today. Now that it's down, we'll spend millions of dollars to trick you into it, because we still have more to offload. Consult with your physician before buying Humana or UNH. What? They're definitely gonna clap you now. Oh, no. Oh, Josh, you stopped them from buying it, and it dropped. So, yeah, I don't know. Either way, long term. I still think UNH, if you have a long enough timeline, I'm not against it, but like I'm saying, there was a unnatural amount of hype right before it drops 25%. And that is weird. Sounds like a good butterfly. I just think again, I already hit 4,000% on it. Just, you could have bought the put. But the butterfly, you have to know where it's going to end up. And that is the game everybody is playing. You know, they're trying to figure out when it's going to stop, where it's going to go. But I think time. I encourage you all, put a time value on money. I mean, people have talked the black swan. I don't know if I don't buy it. I heard somebody say this, and then I heard a couple more people as it started to spread. But there's a theory. Do you want the UNH tinfoil? I have UNH 10. I don't know if you guys could handle it. Okay, SPY still moving. Again, values are still in pole position. You want the 10? I don't believe it. I don't think it goes that deep. But they're saying that UNH is like the '08. Like, pretty much this is the fraud that exposes all the healthcare industry. And what if all of these insurance, again, look at CPI, insurance, all of that. And then they're like, UNH, we're going to find out the emperor had no clothes. And then one domino after the next. And then it leads to a credit crunch. I think that's a reach. But, you know, people are worried. I think the legitimate worry is you don't know whether or not they're just going to pay a fine and move on, or if they're actually going to get clobbered. That Tesla, yes, sir. I don't see any headlines, but they are moving. So even the SPY's dancing around right now. Watch currencies or anything else. It's only 716. Bitcoin's moving down still. No, nothing is moving yet, bro. Kind of, I think we are in chop zone. It's already been, what? We haven't moved more than 1%. It's been almost an hour. Yeah, gold is moving. It feels just like yesterday. Yesterday was easier because there wasn't as many potential catalysts, but yeah, this is still, now Tesla's down. See? U.S. President Trump rushes for AI deals in Gulf, opens rift with China hawks. Some officials want to slow down NVIDIA and AMD sales to the Middle East. So literally, politicians disagree with Trump. But yeah, so there's a hit piece there. AMD, NVIDIA, and then pretty much saying how they don't want him to do a deal with China or sell chips to the UAE because it'll go to China. Yeah, what a wick. But yeah, I don't know, man. Every minute I'm inching towards we should do nothing. But I've already made a couple plays. We just really UNH. And then, yeah, I only made 2 companies in my other one. But the other one failed. Not doing good. But the UNH is amazing. It might be. We had an opportunity to not sit on our hands, but you might have to. So we'll be on the lookout. But look, you're still right at open. VWAP, just chilling. HD on the high. Again, more staples. I think that's all we need to figure out. If the tech could go up with staples, it's gonna move. If not, and it's just back and forth, one or the other, it's gonna feel choppy. INVA. I know the what's it called were going up, like Qubits and Rigetti. They came down. I haven't seen like a random small China pop yet, or like a random small cap. We usually get those by now. Yeah, MO. That's what I'm saying though. Remember the other day, everything was ripping. MO went down, and then now it's going up. This reminds you of October. You're getting too bullish, bro. Too certain. That's it. Just vibe, baby. Vibe. Play with it. I don't think there's a lot of people chasing, and it's evidential that people are underpositioned, and that's why we have a move in this FOMO, and, deals are doing good. But at the end of the day, this is the day your bonds are all about to hit a new high for the cycle. So we're in a very interesting spot, but I still believe certainty is the killer. Foot Locker got bought out by Dick's Sporting Goods. $24 a share. Oh. Capital One Discover. That's not what I'm owing about. Oh, fuck, you guys. You guys, I have really, weird news. I don't want to tell you. Maybe I'll tell you guys during Philo. Yeah, I'll tell you. Remind me during Philo. No, I'm not dipping early. I have a big, big thing to tell you. So remind me during Philo, okay? Because I just got a text. Yo, Bakkt is up 14%. What is this? No, I'm not dipping early. No, I got something for you. I'm not getting married. That's always the second guess. No, you'll see. You'll see. It's kind of funny. It's weird how it all lined up. Because I was just telling you guys about some stuff. Follow through in crypto exchange. Yeah, I've seen that rumor before. I didn't know they got it again today. But yeah, that thing's up. Now Microsoft going. Microsoft. Pinduoduo. Okay, Microsoft got a big candle. Or big volume at least. Fiserv. Whoa, what's this, bro? Was Fiserv earnings or down 5? It looks like earnings are news. Not bad. I think, again, like I'm saying, every minute, unless bonds want to make a move, we need something, but you're climbing every minute closer towards doing nothing. I would pick up BABA again if it went lower. Wow, congratulations on the honeymoon. Whew. Amen. No, I think I should tell you. It's bad news I have for you. I think you guys got too excited. It's bad news. It's not good news. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Foot Locker got bought out, but it kind of sucks. Because did you see the price? So they're going to get bought out at 24, but like 24 is literally, it's just been like the multi-year level of support. It's kind of crazy. Just tell me now. I don't know. As the world's greatest salesman, I can't just tell you. You know, I learned this from Donald. Donald! So I was going to say, if you got to buy a membership, I need a new member. But then he just joined, so I don't know if that counts. Donald! RTX Play, Donald, thank you. Donald, why SMCI? Why can't we buy, Donald? In Cleveland? A couple. There's a lot in Cleveland, actually. A lot in Ohio. Oh, sorry. Oh, 20! All right, now I have to tell you. Are you guys ready for the bad news? It might not happen. Oh, my goodness. This is terrible, you guys. Because, like, dude, this was just like, what, 48 hours ago? I was telling you. I was telling you guys how I'm not, like, you guys kind of pissed me off. You know, and it was really just a couple of people. But I said it. I put it out into the universe. And I said, bro, if you guys ask me this one more time, bro, I'm going to fucking do it. I said, if a deal comes my way. So, long story short, bro, I told you if the Lord provides, I'm going to do it. And I hate to break it to you, but the Lord has provided. We'll find out. I'm going to go see it today. I'm not even kidding you, bro. In the last, 48 hours, it was really literally last night, I get this fucking lead, bro, in this house. And I'm like, wow. So, we'll see. If it's fake, I might not do it. But if it's real, I'm going to sell this bitch, bro. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. And because you guys want to see how to buy a house, right? You're not doing it yet? And you don't know what to sell? I'll show you. But I'll do it. But then again, I said I won't. Because I always want to keep this, bro. It's for YouTube. But then I said, oh, the Lord provided. So, yeah, we'll see. I don't know. If one day, you guys better shop. Because I'm just telling you, if that account go down one day, don't be surprised. Okay, bonds are dying now. U.S. and UAE have finalized a technology framework agreement. Sources with knowledge requires commitments on both sides to ensure security of the technology. You sold for a house at all-time highs and haven't regretted it. It's just funny because I was just telling you guys a month ago how I'll never sell it. And then literally, just like the UNH, a wave of bots I'm sure they're real people, but I'm sure they acted like bots and they know it. They kept asking, how do I sell it? And then again, a lot of Chads are getting scared and they're like, oh, it's so discouraging. I have nothing now. I'm like, you bought a house. And they're like, what do I sell? I don't know. And overthinking it. So then that's why I was like, bro, if y'all really go, I'm going to have to show you, huh? If you really, then that's why I threw it out in the universe. And then I just I got a crazy deal yesterday. So I have to make sure it's legit, but yeah. Oh. That's bot behavior. God willing, baby. God willing. But yeah. I don't know. I don't have to, but I want to. That's the sad part. I'm like, no, this would be the perfect example. It works. Even the timeline, I see it. I already documented it. But I got to go see the house today. MSTR on the low. Deere saw 100 million of tariff headwinds Q2. Expects pre-tariff impact of 500 million. Again, they signed the UAE agreement. Definitely selling. Well, that's the thing. That's what I was trying to tell y'all. You wouldn't I wouldn't even sell it until I'm in escrow. So right now there's no deal. Again, somebody sent it to me. We'll see if it's legit, but that's what I've been trying to tell you guys. There's no point of selling. There's a process to do it. And I've explained it, but I don't know if you guys need the visual. But yeah, you wait till you're in escrow. And then once I'm in escrow, oh man. And then you got to make some tough choices. Philip Morris up. Again, all the values that were down. Natural gas, 110 billion. Would it be a flip or a rental? Probably a flip. Just because it has instant equity. So it's kind of expensive, but it's literally priced 10, 15 years ago. So I would like to rent it because it has a unique opportunity to rent it because it's in an area that has a Airbnb license, but it has a lot of equity. You've been driving, you got an old guy wants to sell. What do you do now? Ask him how much. And then once you have the price, you get a contract. And then you get a loan. And then you buy it. And that's it. And welcome to house number 2. But yeah, so see what the price is if he's down. And then if he's really serious and he gives you a price and it's a good deal, you get a buyer's contract. And then you set up the inspections and all that. Then you either buy it yourself and flip it or wholesale it. He said $60K. Is it in Gary, Indiana again? It better not be. But if it's in a good area, that already sounds like a great price. Offer 39. Oh, so 60's too high? Go a little higher then. Be careful. Because some of these like really cheap properties, they're not like, so if the property's 60K overpriced, be careful. You might end up buying a liability. Back in the day, like before 2020, those 60K homes, 80K homes, they hit. But now, like equivalent, it's like they're 150 grand now, if that makes any sense. The $150,000 houses today, they are the $80,000 houses from a couple years ago. But there's lower quality. And SPY going down. So again, we've still been playing this game couple of times. It's a lot smaller intraday than yesterday. Trump targets billions in energy grants for new rounds of audits. UNH new low. Yeah, the other ones though, so the rollover contracts, they were up more on the make free. So we hit 100% on them on this move, but now they're still the same price. So, yeah, and then any call plays are getting washed. 150 is not bad. That's good. But I'm just saying, if you're shopping below 100K right now, those are going to be like problems with there usually. Not bad. It's not always bad, but those might be the problems where those are the houses that are like really dog shit. You're spending a lot and they need as much work as it costs, right? Like back in the day, there was houses for 20K that wouldn't sell, even in Indiana. You know what I'm saying? And it was simply because they weren't even worth 20K. The property tax and destruction of the property would have cost you more. So those are the new 100Ks and below, essentially. So just be careful. You got to look at it. It's not all of them, but I'm just saying as out of caution, you know, because then if you're like 60K is too much, I was figuring it was a 150K house that he'd sell you for 60. But if you're like it's only worth 30, this might be more problems than profit. Made you an H3. Good work, baby. Tiffany Parash. Welcome. Jake from State Farm. Woo! Good morning. Every day. They don't feel you, bro. They don't feel you. Oh, bro. I need a stretch. Dollar General still. Again, Staples, XLP, they're all moving. Oh, it is time for push-ups. Let's do it. Oh, wow. Oh, no, it's only 7:30. What? Oh, I forgot. We went live early for Powell. I'm like, why does it feel so late? Dude, it's only been an hour. Oh, no, we're not even. First hour, we haven't done anything. Chop City's still holding. Haven't done 1%, but yeah, it's still very, very early. We got a couple things here about deals getting signed, rumors, Japan down to China Hawks, but yeah. Powell talked in the morning. Yeah, he didn't say anything. U.S. issues general license authorizing petroleum services related to the Caspian pipeline. His mood was the same. No real market reaction. That's why. And then it turned into DEI Summit. Clorox, that's another staple. They're all up. Yeah, EU invested. There was another headline there. Yep. All right, you're coming down. More staples on the high. It's been an hour. No pump fake. Yeah, it might hold up. I think at very least staples will hold. But then again, today is a little weirder. Well, yeah, it's literally kind of like yesterday. But you just had more catalyst. So it kind of left you there. Boeing on the low? Yeah, why is Boeing selling off? NSC, I don't know if the defense plays are still going up. Bro, Staples still? Sell the news? Well, we haven't really sold. So we just did that big extension, holding, and then now we're chilling. Just, it's high stakes. That's it. That's why you're at a really high level. Is every move down going to be, how big is it? Up, down. So we still need some more info, but I don't think we've gotten more facts yet to even sell. We got a little bit, but now we're just waiting. But then you did have news today. Again, all the data. So I said we might randomly get a reaction to data sets. Coca-Cola again, Kroger, all of them. And Spies is at near the lows of the day. Oh, staples all day. Now you got AbbVie, XLP, Bud, Coca-Cola, Kroger, BMY, Pepsi, Dollar General, bro. It's kind of crazy. So let me get you a market checkup. I mean, I'm surprised the Dow's even red. That has to be UNH. That's probably why. So Dow Jones, yeah, 18 names green, 12 in the red. UNH and Walmart, they are weighing on the Dow today. NASDAQ, 42 green, 59 in the red. And then S&P, 276 green, 227 red. No debt on the long term and turned off margin. And separated. Good work, baby. Your future self will be grateful. Amen. Now all you got is equity. Amen. You have to submit. E-Trade is terrible at that. So if you have to go through the submission process in E-Trade and they make you send in stuff, watch, they're going to ask you for a ton. If they don't approve it immediately, you might get put in the gulag. Estee Lauder. I'm stretching. If you, I don't know. It's going to be a premium kill day until it's not. That's kind of my vibe because I want to say it's going to chop, and I have a strong feeling it will, but I still think there's a monster lurking in the set. We just had a lot today. That's it. And then again, the retail sales was PPI was deflationary. The retail sales was very strong. And then Powell didn't do anything. But then again, the trade deal momentum in China, all of that stuff. But, so yeah. And Nike again. And then Verizon. It's just staples. Like I'm saying, if you could kind of shake off the Walmart and the UNH, I mean, we would have a little bit more strength. Well, Europe, yeah, they're about to stimulate. Again, they've gone through the election. All the EU countries are cutting rates, adding liquidity, and then willing to add money. Germany, first time since the fall of the Berlin Wall. So, yeah, that's stimulus. Apple Mini Pop. Yeah, we're just right back here. UNH going lower. Hims. Trump live, finally talking Iran. So watch oil. Yeah, he is live.
That up because it's 1 hour away from China.
Oh, this was recorded earlier.
Is it now China?
So it's like live, but it's not.
The administration did to this country is legendary, allowing 21 million people through an open border where anybody could walk into the
Walmart
United
climbing
States
now.
of America is something that will never be forgiven. Grossly incompetent and evil, bad people too.
Evil,
bad people. But the real strength of our military doesn't come from its fighter jets. It really comes from our people. That's you. It comes from our people. You're unbelievable people. The aptitude and all of the things you have to do what you do. You know, I look at some of those engines, and I'm a pretty smart cookie. I would tell you I'm real smart. And I look at you and you take those engines apart and put them back together blindfolded and fix them up. It's amazing what you're able to do. And then to fly them, just incredible. You're incredible. You're a very special group of people. And that's why in my 2026 budget includes across the board. Maybe you don't want it. Look, for the good of the country, you don't have to take it. Pay raises for each and every one of you, substantial pay raises. But you don't have to take it. You don't have to take it.
You don't have to take it.
You can go to your commanding officer, say, sir, I'd rather not take that pay. I love my country, sir. I refuse to take it. Anybody here, raise your hand, please, if you refuse to take it. Let's see here. All right. Well, at least we have smart people. That's good. So you do your duty.
At least
for
they're
us,
smart.
And as Commander-in-Chief, I will always do and fulfill my duty to you. That's what I'm doing. Under the Trump administration, we're liberating everything in our armed forces from really radical social experiments carried out under the previous administration and beyond that, and actually beyond that.
ON again.
And restoring the strong and fierce spirit of the American warrior and the American fighter. On day one, I signed an executive order stopping our service members from being forced to endure endless training sessions on political correctness. We don't care if you're politically correct. And I directed the reinstatement of all patriots expelled from our military by the COVID vaccine mandate, which should have never happened. They're being returned at their former rank with full back
this isn't
pay.
live, yeah. As I
Very
said, this was
important.
earlier, but
after years of
going
not
around.
making our enrollment targets,
Yeah, this
to
is
me,
not
this
live.
is the biggest thing. Our military suddenly has the best recruiting numbers that perhaps they've ever had, but certainly in 30 years. Think of that. You go back 6 months ago, we couldn't get people to join the military. Nobody wanted your job. Now everybody wants your job. So we went from having the worst numbers we've ever had in terms of recruitment. That included police officers also, firefighters, but police officers. But in the military, think of that. You couldn't get people to join the military, and now we're brimming over. We have the highest numbers we probably, minimum 30 years, but probably have ever had, because there's such an incredible spirit now in our country. We have a whole new spirit, and it began on a date, November 5th. That was Election Day. Under the Trump administration, America is back, and America's military is back, bigger, better, and stronger than ever before. Since my inauguration, service members stationed throughout this region have terminated 83 major terrorists operating across Iraq, Syria, and Somalia.
Apple's going. A couple things are, but you still got some pressure, but we are moving now.
And I knocked out ISIS, as you know, in my term. They said it was going to take 4 years. I said, why 4 years? That's a long time. And then I met a General Raisin Kane. He's now the head of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, right? And he was great. He said, we can do it in 3 weeks, sir. I said, well,
KDLY, this might be your small cap.
General, by your
Core weave, that's it. It needs to just go green. If it does, that'll be fire. Reddit getting clobbered still. UNH and HIMS as well. Still in.
We can do it in 3 weeks.
Whoa. Bonds.
He knocked out 100% of the ISIS caliphate in 3 weeks.
Hold on, I see something on FAA. Yo, Bonds. So again, it's not going to be
about that.
It's not going to be through what he's saying. This is old. FAA says they could ban Pentagon from transporting VIPs on routine missions around D.C. Everything on the table. Germany mayors will confiscate frozen Russian assets if legally possible. Head of Russian delegation says removing root causes of conflict. It could be peace. Otherwise, that's a big pop on Bonds. But then kind of getting into the middle of the hour here, we've had a lot of things kind of pop up but not go enough. So it still could be a pump fake. Like I'm saying, I'm expecting something a little more today, but I'm saying it's like 75-80% chop city right now. But other than that, watch for little random stuff. Watch currencies. Anything else in between?
I said 5 years.
UNH
That's a long
250.
time. You mean we have jets, they have knives, so it's going to take 5 years. Yes, sir. I said, I don't really believe that. So I did something that I've never done before. I said, I want to go to Iraq, and I want to meet with the people in Iraq because maybe they're different, but I couldn't understand how a large and powerful terror group could last so long. And so I scheduled a flight, meaning I left at 3 o'clock in the morning. It was pitch black. We left very, very under guard. We traveled through Washington, D.C. There was nobody around. Got to the hangar at about 3:15. Air Force One was waiting for us. Pilots, best-looking human beings I've ever seen. Even better looking than Tom Cruise, and he's a friend of mine, okay? These guys are
so look, dude, the puts aren't going up anymore.
Fly.
It's crazy because I made an extra 100% on a rollover. Even though the stocks dropped another $7, the puts are not going up. They're only up 12% now, or from the flip, depending on where. I guess it's still up 100, but from the take profit, it hasn't moved up. And then the calls are holding. So literally, like, there's UNH call. Everyone just keeps buying calls. It's actually kind of wild. No, so it's a weird dynamic on the premiums. Even though it's moving down, the puts are kind of lagging. They're not hitting extra. And then the calls are not going down as much because everybody is waiting for the fucking bounce. So, yeah, watch out for that, though. But it's starting to move a little bit more.
Shades, okay, we turned down the shades. They said, I want to go upstairs. This
Netflix
is
again and
747,
Pepsi.
2 levels. Beautiful plane. Just ordered new ones, by the way. Beautiful new ones. And Boeing just, by the way, did the biggest order in the history
Hey, got
of
a
Boeing.
red.
Just did with your beautiful territory right here. They ordered, I think, 160 planes. I think it's the largest order ever for aircraft. So I salute the people from Boeing, Kelly, and everybody, and General Electric. The engines are General Electric Super Prime, and I really think it's great. Congratulations. But I go up to see the pilots because I love sitting with the pilots. I admire their skill. I really do, and amazing, especially at a certain level. And when you fly Air Force One, supposedly you're the best pilot. So I hope that's true, by the way. But it seems to be. I have no complaints. We land. It's like always landing like glass. I've had pilots where when you land, it's not a pretty picture. In fact, you admire
Mara,
the plane
crypto
so
is
much
all
for
getting
being able
dumped on.
to keep apart. You know, I mean, sometimes I land with some of these guys. You're bouncing down the runway. I'm saying these planes are amazing that they don't crack up. But these pilots land. And the 747's a hard one to land, but they're great. So I go up, I see the pilots. I say, hi, Captain. The guy's a handsome guy. We got a blonde flat top. I'd like to have a flat top like that. I don't know if the hair's good enough for that.
MSTR, like I said, premiums
I
are
don't think
holding
I'm going
early,
to try
but
it either. But
now it's like moving.
perfect person, and I look at the right.
And
He's
coin on the
perfect.
high.
Everybody was perfect. They're like perfect human beings. I said, how we doing, Captain? We're doing fine, sir. We'll be there in half hour, sir. I said, they want the lights turned off, Captain. And they do, yes, sir. They're doing the right thing. Oh, that's great, Captain. It's great. So now we're 15 more minutes, and all of a sudden, and most of you know this sound.
Core
because that's
Weave
what you
signed
do,
up
but you
to
have the
$4
computer
billion
voice, a beautiful
additional
voice
deal with
where it says
OpenAI.
1,900. They're talking about feet. So when you're in the big planes,
Yeah, I see that on the wire.
sophisticated planes, the voice comes on, and I'm sitting back there watching them fly it beautifully, and I'm still not 100% happy with the statement that he agrees that the lights should be turned off. I would have preferred that he said, no, there's no problem. But that's not what he said. So we're going through, and it goes 1,900, 800, 700.
What is he saying?
Talking about feet. Now, 700 is getting pretty close to the ground. I don't see a thing. There's no lights. There's no runway. And I've done this a lot. And I always see the runway in the distance.
He's
I have
telling him a
fairly good
story
eyes.
about pilots.
I'd say for my age, extremely good eyes. And I don't see a runway. 600, 500. Captain, are we okay? Yes, sir. We'll be landing in just a
Cisco
few
going
minutes,
too.
sir. 400. Captain, are we okay? I don't see a runway up there, Captain. Oh, we're fine, sir. No problem, sir. 300.
Bond still too.
200.
And
I'm saying,
Netflix.
Captain, you sure we're okay here? And he said, we're fine, sir. And then, boom, just lands that thing so beautifully, and I see they had no light, they had no nothing. I don't know how the hell they do it, okay? All I know is we landed and for him it was routine, and I'm trying to pretend I'm cool as a cucumber. I'm your president. I'm supposed to be cool as a cucumber, and I'm like, I'm not happy. But after we land, I actually went to my people and I said, I want to ask you a question. I did a very brave thing just there. Is the president allowed to designate himself for the Congressional Medal of Honor? And they said, sir,
Trump gives you
honestly,
brain rot? No, man. You're a negative person.
I said, okay.
You need to find the joy in life. Your Chad facts
is
either talking shit about me or Trump.
No, it's true.
Be happy, brother.
And they'll say that the president wanted to give himself the Congressional Medal of Honor.
Don't be depressed. Don't be sad when you wake up.
Out of it by his staff.
And take it out on other people.
Anyway,
okay?
So I get the
Your
door
life
opens,
is good
we
if
have
you
a
make it
platform,
good. It's an attitude problem.
I see down,
not a real life
and
problem.
These are all specimens, just like you guys are all perfect people.
I know,
And
but I mean that for all of you, genuinely. Even if you didn't get banned,
Staff sergeants,
it's literally
drill
7
sergeants,
o'clock.
But everybody's like from a movie.
You know what I'm saying?
And I walk out of the plane.
You should
and
either be tired
meet the first
or locked
gentleman.
in. But if you're sad,
And
angry,
I said,
mad,
"What's your name?" He said,
that's
"Kane,
not healthy.
Sir, my name is Kane."
So
And I said,
go for a
"Hello,
walk or
Kane. What's
something."
your first name? Well, they call me Raisin. I said, wait a minute. Raisin? You mean like Raisin Cane?
I'm
Yes, sir,
stretching.
that's what they call
I'm
me.
tired.
General,
That's
I
it.
love
I
you.
woke
You're
up
the
with
guy
my
I'm
neck
looking
sore.
for, General.
So
You're the
I'm
guy
just
I'm
stretching,
looking for.
listening.
So it's Raisin Cane. It's
And we
Daniel
haven't
Kane,
moved yet.
but
I'm still
Raisin
looking at
Cane,
stuff.
that's what they call him. Then I met another general. I met a colonel. I met a sergeant. They said, sir, would you like to rest? I said, what do you mean rest? I've been resting on the plane. I don't want to rest. What do I have to rest for? He was thinking about Biden to come, okay? Biden would have rested the entire trip. He wouldn't. First of all, he wouldn't have made the trip. But if he landed, he would have been rested for about 5 days before he had the first meeting. I said, no, let's go have the meeting because I want to find out what's going on over here. We're spending a lot of money, and people are being killed. I want to find out why it's taking so long. So let's go right away. So we went to almost like just a very secure room that was in the form of a boardroom.
I think Court
Very
was going again.
professional,
Yeah.
However, it was very highly sophisticated with the equipment, best you can buy. We have the best you can buy all the time. But I went into the room and I said, General, so they tell me in Washington it would take 4 to 5 years to defeat ISIS. And I want to know from you, is that true? Or is that, no, sir. But it's not my place to say, sir, because they are the ones that are called the shots. I said, well, if you disagreed, it's not the military way, sir. You have to listen to them. That's a chain of command. I said, oh, that's great. I'm not sure I like that system. But how long do you think it would take you if I gave you total authority to go in and knock the hell out of them? So it would take approximately 3 weeks. I say, say it again, General. I was told 5 years. Sir, it'll take 3 weeks and you'll have time left over. I said, you got to be kidding me. Where the hell have you been? And then I sort of was really in disbelief because I said, I've been hearing for so long. We've been fighting it. How long will we fight him? 18 years or something? And here's a guy telling me 3 weeks. So I said, General, how do you do it in 3 weeks? He says, well, sir, I don't like saying this because I do have people in Washington, but I'm going to say it. We have portable stations. We have portable runways. We have runways all over the place. We have other bases. And we're being forced to fight them from a very far away, distant base, which is right here. And by the time we get there, we have to come back because there's no fuel and we're way too far away, sir. And they're over here, and he shows me a map, and we're over here, and we're all the way here, sir. I said, why didn't they use the other bases? Well,
Got him.
They didn't want to disturb the country where those bases were located. I said, we give those countries billions of dollars. We can disturb them a little bit. They wouldn't know what we're doing anyway. Are they going to know where the planes are going? Not really, sir. I said, so what would you do different? He said, well, sir, I'd start from here, and he went through a whole thing. And I'd hit him from the left. I'd hit him from the right. I'd hit him from underneath. I'd hit him from the top. I'd hit him from every angle, sir. I'd hit him so hard and so fast they wouldn't know what the hell is happening. I said, and you think you can do that in 3 weeks? Yes, sir, we're going to have time left over. And I said, let me think about it. General.
Lennar.
Went back to Washington.
Doesn't look like news, but edging up here.
Couple of people, and
home
they
builders,
said,
kind of
I
random.
don't think so, sir. I think you're talking about years of fighting. And then I called the general and I said, so General, you still think you can do it in 3 weeks? A lot of people think you can't even come close to that, sir. We'll have time.
Core Weave options move. Do something with them. I made my move. We hit again.
Go to it. Thank you, sir. And he hit the hell out of him. He hit the hell out of him. And he calls me up. Sir, we have a lot of these people. And if you want, I can finish it off right now, sir. I said, well, I don't know. That's a lot. It's a lot of people. Well, these people are not good people, sir. These are not good people. You'll feel better about it. Well, they're not good people, but they're people, aren't they? And he goes, I said, you know what? Why don't you buzz them for a little while, and maybe after a day or two of buzzing them, they'll surrender. They don't know about surrendering, sir. Well, maybe they'll raise the white flag. They don't have a white flag, sir. I said, well, give it a shot anyway. He said, all we're going to do is take a couple of
remember, we already have 400 or 500% arms. They actually came down to 200%.
Let's give it a shot.
But if you bought the Core Weave continuation, they hit.
Job, sir. I said, all right.
They literally 80 to 100%. You can move them around. Actually, more now. Fuck. Yeah, and then the rollover is fire. So, but again, all Core Weave plays have been free. So if you literally, we haven't lost on them. So if you are going to do the rollover, don't put a lot into it. That's it. Don't give back your money. Again, Core Weave is paid a lot.
I made him the head of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, as I told you.
So yeah, do what you need to do, but
he's highly respected.
You got your shot, baby.
It's a different kind of respect too. It's a real respect. But we can do our job better than anybody in the world. But you have to have the leadership of the top at the top, and we're doing that. We're finding, we let a lot of 4-stars go. We had more 4-stars. We had, I think, 425 4-stars in World War II, which, by the way, we won. In World War II, we had 187 generals. And we had like 425 generals now without really a war. And so we made a lot of changes, and we have the best. We have the best. We worked hard to figure the best, the real ones. We want the real generals, not the fake generals, and not the political generals, too. So we have something that's special, but it can show you really what happened. We also just apprehended, as an example, the ISIS terrorists of the Albrecht Grad, the one that caused all of the problems in Afghanistan, caused unbelievable destruction. We lost 13 great soldiers. I got to know the parents and the families of those soldiers. But you know what they don't say is the ones who were so horribly wounded, which were many. And hundreds of people were killed from the other side. I always include that. That should have never happened. That whole mess should have never happened. I think it was the most embarrassing day in the history of our country. And we're not going to have things like that happen anymore. And again, we should have kept the air base.
All right, I'm going to the bathroom real quick.
We left it go.
I'll be right back.
And we left.
Follow me on Instagram at the Trading Fraternity. Real Cult News on Twitter. Remember, this is old already. We haven't got anything.
Ukraine.
But yeah, so
they said,
I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Follow me on Instagram.
Possible, but it's not
Again, do something with the Core
longer.
Weave. I already stream alerted it out. God bless you in America.
Russia would have never.
And yeah, I'll be right back.
All of those things, it would have never happened. But the Afghanistan withdrawal, not the fact that they withdrew, but the fact that the way they did it was so horrible and so embarrassing. So we brought this horrible person to justice, to American justice. We caught the person that set off that bomb. And all of this is possible because of the work that you do with partnerships that you forge. In this case, it was Pakistan. And by the way, I don't want to say I did, but I sure as hell helped settle the problem between Pakistan and India last week, which was getting more and more hostile. And all of a sudden, you'll start seeing missiles of a different type. And we got it settled. I hope I don't walk out of here and 2 days later find out that it's not settled, but I think it is settled. And we talked to them about trade. Let's do trade instead of do war. And Pakistan was very happy with that, and India was very happy with that, and I think they're on the way. You know, they have been fighting for about 1,000 years, in all fairness. So I said, you know, I could settle that up. I can settle anything. Let me settle it up. Let's get them all together. How long have you been fighting? About 1,000 years. Oh, that's a lot. I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about settling. That's a tough one. They've been fighting for a long time. But we got that settled. Everybody was very happy, I'll tell you. That looked like it was really going to be escalating out of control. But with us today is the first sergeant of the 379th Wing, Master Sergeant Patrick Elders. Patrick, wherever you may be. Where are you, Patrick? Handsome guy. Wow. I'm looking at him from here, and it says after having served 22 years, he's a lot. How long have you been in, Patrick?
Okay, I'm back.
Wow, that's amazing. It looks
that
like
work?
he's like 25 years old. I'm saying 22 years.
And then, bro,
So we
core
must have
weave
this mixed
rollovers
up.
went
We
up
don't have it mixed
100%
up.
too.
I guess when you
So
love what
please,
you
you
do,
guys,
stay young,
make your
right?
money,
And he
pay
loves what he
yourself.
does, no doubt
My
about
job
it.
is
But
done.
having served over 22
That's like
years
5
in
for
the Air
5 on
Force,
core weave.
he's one
So
of
do
his,
something with it or get
right now,
greedy.
this is his
But make your
sixth
mind up.
deployment. But this time it's a little different because his stepson, Airman First Class Ashton Inman, is on his own first ever deployment nearby in Kuwait, right now in Kuwait, which is really incredible. Master Sergeant Elders is proud that 2 generations of his family are now serving the same mission in the same theater, protecting the same.
All right,
great
spy ripping, no
American flag.
headlines.
So
This
say
is
hello to him.
this is old, you guys. That's the funniest part. They're playing this, but this was all recorded
Very
from the
nice.
morning, and
Lot
no
of
headlines.
stories
But now,
like
like I
that.
said, we got through the chop, earnings
A
rollovers.
lot of stories.
Some of them are
like that.
coming
And
back,
I wanna
and then
thank,
that's it.
Airman First Class Inman also very
Oh,
much.
great.
It's,
Bro, that was
that's
perfect.
a great-
Literally. The
That's a
first
great
play is
story.
up over
That's a great
200%.
story, and we have
The
many of them.
rollover
I
has
guarantee in this
100%
room
from
right now,
there.
are
It's-
many such stories.
do whatever
There
you
were
want
several
with it. Just make
married
sure
couples serving side
you have
by side
walked
in
away
uniform
winning.
at this base, including
That's
Staff
it, Core
Sergeants
Weave.
Tyler.
we had too
and
many
Paige
hitters on
Duck.
that to
Where's
walk away a
Tyler?
loser. So please don't get paid. Get paid. Whatever else you want to get greedy with, get greedy, and call it a day.
For years, they grew their relationship while Paige was deployed in the UK and Tyler was halfway around the world at Joint Base Elmendorf, Richardson in Alaska, conquering a 14-hour time difference. That's a lot of time difference. And now they're together at Al Udeid, and it's really great. So, Staff Sergeants, congratulations. It's fantastic. The American people never forget that our service members and their families make incredible sacrifices each and every day so that all Americans can be safe and be free. And we love our amazing military families. Our military families are as good as you can get. The men and women here today are part of a noble tradition of service that has been passed down from one generation of Americans to the next. And your spirit and courage and sacrifice has always been there when we needed you the most. You're always there when we need you the most. With us today is Master Sergeant Michael Schlow, who happens to be from a small town in a place called Butler, Pennsylvania. Has anybody heard of Butler, Pennsylvania? Yeah. Michael is a member of the Air Force Reserve as well as Butler County Corrections Officer. And last July 13th, he attended the rally where an assassin tried to take my life. He gave it a shot. Not good. That was someday. As soon as the shots were fired, Michael raced to direct law enforcement toward the sniper's perch, then worked to evacuate the rest of the crowd in a very safe manner. But Master Sergeant Schlow would be the first to tell you who the real hero was that day. He personally knew and really liked veteran firefighter, also a veteran of the military, great veteran of the military, who laid down his life for his country, really laid down his life for his country. His whole life was about his country. Corey Comparator, and he's become somewhat of a legend, I will tell you. He took a hard shot. Guarding his family. Master Sergeant Schlow your commitment represents the very best in America. Thank you for your incredible service that day and forever, because that day was a horrible day, but you acted with incredible bravery. We've got reports about
TOT,
what
whatever
did.
that let it.
Was really
Okay,
amazing,
look
and
at
I
Core
personally
Weave.
appreciated it.
Let's
That
fucking
was
go.
That was a rough day.
You
We
get
don't
that
have
last
days
one?
like that. But Corey was an incredible guy, lost his life, guarding his wife and children.
Oh,
Every
I hate
American
it, bro. I
warrior
hate
today
it.
inherits a legacy of exceptional patriots.
Hey,
who
those just went up
defended our
50
freedom
again,
for nearly
bro.
250 years.
Make it free or get
We
greedy.
carry on the glorious tradition of the heroes of Lexington and Concord, Gettysburg and Belleau Wood, Normandy and Midway.
I'm holding it. I already.
Embodied
I'm
the spirit
taking all my
of the soldiers
profits,
who
but they
hoisted
just
the
keep
flag
hitting.
over Fort McHenry, and the Marines who planted the stars and stripes on the summit to Iwo Jima. That was a rough attack. You carry forward the mission of generations of Americans before you.
Yeah,
who
Hertz
marched
is
through
moving up.
halls of
I have no idea.
gunfire, trekked over rugged mountains, stormed across scorching deserts, sailed through hostile waters, conquered unknown dangers, and poured out their blood and guts on battlefields all over the world. The military is incredible, and we won our independence. We preserved our union, protected our way of life, defeated fascism, crushed terrorism, liberated millions and millions of people from bondage, and brought communism to its knees. It's what we did. And now we're going to defend America from all enemies, overcome all obstacles and dangers, and as one nation, we're going to build a future of peace and prosperity for generations to come. Together we will stand strong, we will stand proud, we will live free, and we will fight, 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 and win, win, win.
Booz Allen.
So, my trip is 4.5 days, but this is the one I was so looking forward, because I'm with the people that I really love and respect. And we love and respect you. This is what you're doing, the service you do for your country. You keep us safe. There is no more important profession. And I was so proud to see those reports coming in just a few days ago saying that the enrollment is at the highest level ever, especially when I had to suffer running against a group of people that were very inappropriate, where they allowed that reputation
Arm
of what you
News,
stood for and what
15
you
minutes
stand
old.
for to deteriorate.
Was it moving? It was moving
to a
with the
point
Core
where
Weave
we
shit.
weren't able to recruit. So just remember this: you have a job now that everybody wants. Everybody wants to be doing what you're doing. It's a special job. And I'm so proud. When I saw those numbers come across the board that we set the record for enrollment in the military. And
Okay,
we
more
took that
healthcare
from the
companies moving.
exact
Spy wants to
opposite
break
just
here.
6 months before. I was very, very proud of that. We have a great country. We have a proud country. We have a country that's respected all over the world. And as I said before, a year ago we were laughed at, but nobody's laughing at our country anymore. We're the most respected country anywhere in the world. And thank you very much, and enjoy your lives, and God bless America. Thank you very much.
Wow!
Thank you.
Oh yeah, do the dance. He's doing the. Come on, he's gonna do it. No? Beautiful, baby. Beautiful. Well, that was old, but market just started moving out of nowhere. So like I said, it's going to be hella random. I still was feeling the chop, but I don't know if that's the big random move I was expecting. It hit individually, though. So, yeah, I don't know. And I don't want to hear anything. Again, I have the flexopoly. We killed it on Core Weave, but why are y'all acting like even without the stream alerts, I was telling you, I still think this one's going to go when everybody was throwing shade when it was down? No? You didn't recall? I did. But yeah, that one's a hitter. We've been hitting them. But other than that, you don't need to have FOMO. You get a long term and you wait if it's not for you. Very, very simple, my brethren. Very, very simple. So other than that, yeah, you don't recall? Well, that's your fault. Not mine. So you guys complaining about it. Just remember, I hope now for the next quarter, I'll give you guys another shot. But remember, we used to post every play and everything. But again, it's still, I don't want to hear the same questions. I need people locked in, but clearly, just once again, the plays will come to you once you have a long term. But if you don't have a long term and are chasing the plays, you're a gambler. I'm a gambler, but I have a long term. But you got to gamble with the long term. And I think you all should get that. And if you are listening and really locked in, I'm throwing you the breadcrumbs for the gambling. But at the end of the day, it's not, it's not for everybody. And like I'm saying, you might get FOMO, but the reality is most of the traders lose when in a long enough time frame, and everybody on the long term wins. So why don't you have long term FOMO? I'll wait. No? You don't think about it. Why FOMO on short term, but how come not the long term? No, seriously. But think about that. It doesn't make any sense. SPY is now green. Yeah. Remember what I was telling you, though. The UNH and Walmart, they were weighing on the indexes a little bit. And then, like I said, if the tech comes up and the staples hold, then we're good. Comes from the long-term FOMO? It might. So get a long-term. I'm telling you. That's the thing winning. Guaranteed. Making people money, buying them houses. The trades, that'll depend on your locked-in and skill level. But long-term, everybody is winning. So I don't know how you haven't gotten FOMO'd on that. I hope you should be fun. You're like, I need to save 10% right now. I need to save 10% right now, and I need a hold. You know what I'm saying? Fuck. I canceled the trade before they filled it. All right, I made the other one free again. Fuck it. Yeah, that's add another one to the list. But I made even the greedy one free. That's what I called it. It was called greedy. Yeah, look at that, bro. All right. Ride. Walmart. You FOMO because you never have money when low. My brother, we could change all of that. Promise you. That's what I'm saying, you guys. That's why we got to tune out the bots. You got to stop listening to people that are not trying to help you. And we need to save. And we need a plan. And we need a budget. You know what I'm saying? That's all we got to do. All we got to do, my brothers. And that's why I'm saying when you see plays and other stuff, it's not, you don't need, I need to catch up. No, we need to just start. Do you get what I'm saying? You're playing a game mode where y'all think you need to catch up. FOMO is making you feel behind. You're not behind. You just need to start. And you need to start on the right path that is sustainable. How have I been here for so long? You see, it needs to be sustainable. Small amounts and a long term first. So I understand your guys' feelings. I've been there, and I get it. I know what I'm doing, but we need to start the right way and stay on the right path. So why do you get? I really hope y'all feel me on this, because this is the number one thing. I'm as much as I hate gambling, I like gambling. That's why. But you have to know it's gambling. You have to have a budget. All of that. But again, if you do that without doing a long term, you're ass backwards right now. It doesn't make any sense. So, yalla habibis, yalla. Yeah, I mean, go look at the first stream alert. I said that, and again, I thought this was going to be the one. But even then, I had a lot of little side eye comments about it. But I was saying this is going to go up. I said the earnings was good. Wall Street just chose to sell it off. So literally, why I bought it, CoreWeave had good earnings. They killed it, and their guidance beat every estimate. They just literally So we're like, well, I guess it's going down because it wasn't good enough, but it was good enough. Is it overvalued? Yes, but lately in this environment, that has been a winner. Yeah, Chubb is up again, $5 billion buyback. Okay, the other dude, every play. I mean, at this point, they're all up over 100. You can make them free, get greedy. I got extremely greedy, and I made it all free, and it's so yeah. Now we will ride. Can we start a long-term ETF that we could all invest in? I could, but that violates why I made this, you guys. And all of you, shame on you. You know that? Some of you who are like, oh, paywall. Oh, you did this. Oh, yeah. Why are you ignoring half a decade? Please. You see what I'm saying? My goal is I want you guys to think for yourselves. I could do it all for you and you pay me. Sure. That's not why we started this. I want you guys to learn and be wise. But sadly, one mistake I have seen, y'all think thinking for yourself means doing dumb shit. That's not what it means. Thinking for yourself means we should all be able to objectively come to a similar answer, weighted on evidence and the truth. You understand? That's why it doesn't mean think for yourself and go gamble and do bad things. Go buy stuff that is not really valuable and buying quantum stocks for the long term. No, that's not it. So I hope y'all feel me on this, because it is, I want you to think for yourself. I could do it. Look at the model for the long term. But you guys got to start learning to move and act on what you have and build and plan. Otherwise, that's why I'm saying, if I got to show and do it all, that's why I'm going to sell the long term and buy a house then. I'll show you if you're going to make me do it all. But I encourage you to take powerful steps in truth and in objectivity, and you will be good. But you have the abilities, bro. I'm telling you, I am not special. What you are watching me do from plays to long term is in all of your guys' abilities. I promise you. But you see what I'm saying? Don't let it overwhelm you. Stop feeding into the fear and the FOMO. But you need patience. Little by little, it'll get you there. That's all we need. So yeah, man, I hope it helps you guys. I hope it helps. But long term is what I want. All of you. Guaranteed win. What are we fucking talking about? You know what I'm saying, bro? We're talking W's, bro. Guaranteed dub. Do you hear me? Guaranteed dub. Oh, Microsoft now. Talking about practice. Honeywell. Bro, it's still early. You guys know it's not even Euro close yet? It's kind of crazy. FI on the low. My spies, that's it now. Now we're starting to move, you guys. So now what that little feeling is playing out. We filled the gap, and now you move 20 points. And now we're going to be at 5,900. So remember, 5,907 to 5,920, that's still the next melt-up spot. I'm not buying it fully because today started slow. But like we said, we're going to randomly move that. But I'm still a little cautious. And then we've hit a lot of plays. I don't think we have to do anything again. I think we could be done. That's it, bro. UNH and Core Weave today, that's it. That's literally it. That's all you needed. So I'll keep my eyes on news, but I don't even want to chase anything anymore. No, yeah, that first part was weird. I made all the Core Weave plays this week, and I made 3 of them today, and they all hit. I was buying them in the morning. I bought the morning, and then I sold it, bought a rollover, then I sold it, and then I bought another rollover, and then I made that one free, and I'm still holding. And then we had another 2,000%er from Monday. that we already made free, and I have 2 more of those. Again, these were $80 investments. Every $80 in core weave from Monday turned into about $900. And then every $20 to $50 today turned into $100 to $400. So that was all on the moves. Again, I didn't tell any of you. I only told Stream Alerts. But I was telling you guys this morning, I did think this was going to have the continuation. So you had the info. You just had to have the know-how on strikes and buying it. But other than that, yeah, they were all beginning and today. Can I disclose the call I aim for? No, I cannot. You should watch the old videos and you'll be able to learn my strategy. The Trading Fraternity on YouTube. Oh, I remember this house. Lennon Tibbs just sent me another one. He sent me an off market, and I was like, I remember this. I've been there. This place sucks. Pinduo Duo, they were down. Starting to run a little bit. Mm-hmm. Hold on, I'm texting Lennon Tips. He really likes this one house. I'm like, dude, this place sucked. I remember. All right, core with. Hopefully you guys made him free. I mean, you had 3 opportunities. And nothing caused the pop. I mean, this kind of is in line with what I was expecting. I said we're going to get a random one. I still, though, they almost tricked me. I thought it was going to be cucky today. I thought we weren't going to do anything. And then I said, just keep that in mind. And then we had that move, but no real reasoning. Even the Donald Trump clip was old. Amazon flush. Yo, something's going on, bro. Amazon down, and then what's it called? Up. Pinduo Duo up. Core weave. Amazon down. It's not big yet, but Amazon's down 3.5. You're kicking yourself on core weave. You shouldn't. Forget about it. You know how many 1,000%ers I hit this week? I don't even remember them. Who gives a fuck? Men in Black. Look into the screen. Whoops. There you go. It didn't even happen. Get a long term. That's the thing you should have FOMO on. Long term. Gold. I don't know what the fuck just happened. Amazon, though, I'm looking for Amazon Pinduo Duo connection, but I don't see anything. Actually, this is terrible. I really need to go to the bathroom, though, now. I'm not even joking around this time. On the pop, I didn't have to go to the bathroom. I just lied. I told you I'm going to start doing that. So, yeah, I lied about going to the bathroom, and then we popped. Because Homeboy said to try it out, so I did. But, yeah, I'm going to actually go this time. Well, maybe. I could be lying again. I don't know. So, so confusing. Follow me on Instagram. At the Trading Fraternity. Real Cold News on Twitter.
All these tariff issues. That's when supply chains were slowed down due to those COVID lockdowns.
Lying is not healthy.
Now they're ramping up again.
The Lord will forgive me. I don't know if you can.
Need a lot more capacity though to produce the approximately 65 million iPhones sold in the United States each year. And all that's why Trump now says he has a, quote, problem with Tim Cook and Apple and the public pressure campaign he's been on all this week. What we saw in those those thoughts right there. This is his third public mention of Cook in the last 4 days. Highly critical of him. Remember, Tim Cook and Apple have made a ton of overtures to Trump and his administration. Cook made that personal $1 million donation for the inauguration and showed up behind the president as he was sworn in back in January, and also committed to building a new factory to make artificial intelligence servers down in Houston, Texas. Now, despite that, Apple shares have been underperforming its peers. It's the only Mag 7 stock that's still negative since Liberation Day on April 2nd, down about 5%. And Cook credited for managing the relationship with President Trump back in the first term better than his peers, but that doesn't seem to be working out so well this time. Don't think Trump's going to be happy until he can really hold up an iPhone and say, this was made in the United States, Carl.
And you've long said, Steve, that is unlikely to happen. Is that changing your view?
Yeah, I mean, it could happen. It's just going to be an enormously expensive iPhone. We've been talking about this since Liberation Day. What would it take for an iPhone to be built here? The supply chain that Tim Cook so brilliantly built over there in Asia is all coordinated together to keep those prices the way that we're so used to paying them. And to move all that over here to make a U.S.-made iPhone, that just means an enormously expensive device that people won't be able to afford to buy.
I do wonder if they're regretting that Tim Cook did not accompany him to this big Saudi investment conference. I mean, Amazon CEO was there, Tesla CEO was there, Nvidia CEO was there.
Yeah, everyone was there.
Palantir CEO was there. Google sent Ruth Porat. Where was Tim Cook?
Yeah, where was Tim Cook? And I don't think anyone from Microsoft either, unless I missed something. I definitely didn't see Satya Nadella there.
Yeah,
I mean, you were out
Chuck
there,
Robbins
Sarah.
this morning took pains to say I would have been there if I could.
Yeah.
Right.
So, I mean, that seems to be rubbing Trump the wrong way, too, because he was out there to make all those deals. It seems like Jensen Huang is his new favorite tech CEO, though. He really likes pointing to Jensen. So, yeah, that is another issue that Trump seems to be worried about. But more than anything is this India issue. I mean, he realizes making phones in India is not the goal of his administration. His goal is to get those over here. He told Tim Cook, go ahead and make the phones that you sell in India, but that doesn't really count for the United States. But Tim Cook is stuck in this position, Sarah, where it's just going to be way too expensive. They're not going to be able to sell and move the phones the way they would normally do if they actually brought production over
The
here.
economics are tough.
Yeah.
How small of a footprint could you place in the United States, right, to make a gesture and yet still have it be efficient and have some economies of scale?
Yeah, I don't even know what that would look like, Carl. I mean, the best analogy I have right now is what we saw in the first term, where Tim Cook brought Trump down to that factory in Texas where they had that low volume of those Mac Pros, maybe something like that, a kind of low volume facility where they could say, hey, we brought all these parts over from Asia and our other supply chain countries and assembled it here, and now we have an assembled in the US iPhone. Maybe they can do that, but again, it's just it doesn't really hit the scale that the iPhone's at. They sell like 200 million of these things every year across the globe. To make 65 million of those here in the United States just isn't in the cards.
Well, the irony is he also talked up the India trade deal, which would be very good,
that too,
actually,
right.
for the production of iPhones in India, shipping them over here.
Exactly.
Thank you, Steve.
Thanks.
Steve Kovac. It is time now for a news update. Silvana now has that for us. Morning, Silvana.
Hey, Sarah, good morning to you. President Trump suggested today that the U.S. and Iran, quote, sort of agree to terms on a nuclear deal. He described recent talks between Washington and Tehran as very serious negotiations for long-term peace. The president has also warned, however, that military action...
All right. Hello. So a little bit of movement, but yeah, I did have to go. Good morning. How are you all doing today? I hope good. And yeah, I already saw it. So I'm doing it now. I'm doing it. If I find a house at a good deal, I'm not going to force it. I'm selling the long term. So then that way nobody has to ask this question again. I don't care. Because I'll rebuild it. I'll do exactly what the rules are, and we'll start over. Maybe half, maybe all of it. I don't know. I got to find the property first. I don't think that one I told you about, though. It might not be there because LT's sending me a bunch of them. He's setting it up, but there's a lot of red flags. So that might not be it. But when it comes my way, that shit's gone. So get ready. But you already know it. You guys know the rules. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't waste your time dealing with it. Remember, all the devil has to do is distract you. So lock in, baby. Lock in. You got this. Woo! It is leg day for me. Dude, I woke up with my neck so sore. It's terrible. One of those old guy things, you know? You just wake up injured. They're like, what did you do? I slept. That's what happened. I'm so old. I sleep and I wake up with an injury. You know that? I didn't even work out yesterday. I didn't work out and I woke up in more pain. I'm like, what the fuck is this, bro? It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. What type of property? I'm not, dude, I was just looking at equity. That's it. I will, and then here's the deal. Are you ready? Actually, you tell me. How about this? If I sell it for a house and I make money on the house, can I deposit all the profit back in? Because my goal is equity. So if I end up flipping it, my goal, again, like I'm telling you guys exactly what I do. I make no mistake. I am giving you my plan as well as I tell you the same stuff I would tell my family to do. Okay? I hope you guys understand that. Hold on, my mic is turning. There, all right. So yeah, equity is the goal, like I've said. So I'm probably, you know, I'm only looking. That's why I had this deal last night, but I gotta look into it. It doesn't look as good though as even an hour ago. You know, everybody started waking up and doing the work and looking into it, so it's not as good. But because they're like on site right now, but it is. It had like 300 grand of equity to my calculation. So now I think it's gonna need like 200 grand of repairs. So now there's only 100 grand of equity. It may not be worth it. But if I could, like that one, if I had 300K equity, I would either bought it and flipped it or held it for a year and then flipped it. But then literally, let's say we got the 300K back, I could have pulled that out and then, so again, sell the long term. We'll show you how to sell which ones. Again, I'm going to sell all the trash and then we're going to trim the stuff that we don't want. And then we'll move it to the property. And then once you sell the property, you take all the money and then you start reinvesting. Hold it for 30 days if it's a big amount of money you've never seen before. Again, these are all rules and plans you have heard on this channel for half a decade. Right? True? So yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what it would be it. Oh. BTI on the high. Cole? Yo, Cole. What's this? It's been running. BTI. Oh no, that's BTI. Excuse me, British Tobacco. I'm an idiot. I was thinking BTU. Yeah. I looked it up. I'm like, what do you mean cigarettes? Nah, but I thought that was called. Can you smoke cigarette? You smoke coal? It's the same company. What? You buy UNH? No, what? I didn't. How did we get there? What? You buy now? No, I didn't say not. I said not now. Now? No, not now. Don't do it now. Now, I did it. I said don't do it. I did more. I said no. Oh, I wish I had coal weave. What? That's not get a long-term shop for a house. What? So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how we got here. Yeah, BTI is tobacco. Had a little mistake. We're still moving up, though. This is good. At least it's still kind of a little choppy, but this just changed it all. And now we're getting our little surpriser. SPY is up, Dow is up, Russell and NASDAQ are down. And again, you got some big movers like UNH kind of weighing. Again, BTI is moving now. MO and PM, we're already up. Well, we're about 5,900. That's the crazy part. So once again, like I told you guys yesterday on the list, it could move down. It doesn't have to go down a lot. That's the thing. That's where people are going to get trapped, trying to think it has to go down 300 points. But also on the upside now, once we get above 5,900 in these levels, you're going to have to work a lot harder until it has an event that makes it squeeze. Yo, Myrna dying. I don't have a headline yet, but they're going down. It looks like something. Already down 3. Again, Myrna's kind of cheap, but you could still hit on that sometimes. I don't like Myrna. Into it. Remember we had tax shit the other day? Okay, Chad. Watchlist is going to be delayed today. Or maybe I'll go live from there. Because I have to go to the unit. They're telling me a bunch of shit right now. But I'm scheduled at 4. So I'm going to be there at 4 p.m. I got to drive a little bit. I don't know if we're going to do a quiz tomorrow. No, I got to see. I have a game, but if that doesn't work. Oh, and then I don't know. A motion. I have a motion to pass. But then again, I do need you guys to realize something. This is a community, indeed. But please make no mistake. It's a damn cult, bro. Do you understand? I let y'all run shit for a while. I did try to ask for your feedback. I did let y'all involved in it, and it did not work. So, it's a dictatorship, okay? Just understand that. And if you don't like it, go repent and find freedom. Amen. Okay? So, yes, I think they voted by, what does Trump say? I got a mandate from the people. I have a mandate from Chatadonia. They said, Josh, get rid of the pumpers. Get rid of the plays. Get rid of the gambling. Bring us back, Josh. Let's get the long-term in property. I'll do it. I said, okay. They voted for it. I know, Amazon and Pinduoduo. It's weird. But I didn't make a play. The premiums don't look good. But yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. And Amazon is outperforming to the downside by 3. So yes, watch that. Thomas Bravo said to sell remaining stake in NASDAQ for $3.4 billion, $77.90 a share. Christian capitalistic dictatorship? No. I took the Christian out of it. That's why. No real pastor thingy charges you. That's facts. That's facts, bro. You are here in this cult. You are going to be a good person and you're going to make money. I don't care about title, religion, anything. That is what I stand for. You will behave and people will look at you and be like, what the fuck? Because you are that good. And that's what it is. You're going to have money, a house, if not multiple, a long term, and you are going to do what is right because nobody told you, but because it was objectively correct. Amen? You don't need a title. You don't need a class. You don't need a religion. You don't need none of that. You're not fitting in any of that. Do I serve the Lord Jesus Christ? I do. He is my Father, and He died on the cross for my sins. But if you're going to try to use that as an excuse, you got me up. You know what I'm saying? See, may the Lord protect my language, but at the end of the day, that's between me and Him, big dog. This ain't about religion. You have to get money, you have to get a long term, you have to save, and you have to work hard, and you have to have a good impact on everybody around you. That's the cult. Everything else is a lie. So yeah, that being said, I have a motion to offer, but at the end of the day, I make the decision. Because I don't, so now this property, I don't know if I could even make a quiz, but I was like, I posted my computer stats yesterday, and you guys were like, you guys realized I'm a boomer. Yeah, just 2,400 megahertz. Fucking slow. Yes, you're fucking Josh. You're living in Fucking even Joe's faster than you. So, yeah. I was like, well, I could either give a bunch of money away on Friday or I could just go buy myself a computer. So I have to decide between that. I was like, maybe I'll just keep the money this week. But I did. I still owe you guys like a couple grand. I don't owe you because I never promised it to you. But in my mind, I just wanted to give you guys money. You see what I'm saying? It gets weird once you get entitled to it and then I don't want to do it. But you get what I'm saying? So we got to figure that out. But no, the thread rips. But you guys gave me wise advice, though. No, because that's why I love the Chad, bro. And that's why when you guys give good feedback, genuinely, it's a great community, man. Because you guys gave me good advice. You said just swap out the RAM and the graphics card. And I was like, I've never done that before. I usually just fucking fry the computer and buy another one. And mine's not fried yet. So that's why it's getting there. But, yeah, I don't know, man. You give it out because God will give you more. No, it has nothing to do with God. God is good, though. But I don't know. Something this year, bro, for all of you, and this is why I hope you see it, something deep down in my heart, I believe that it's contradicting because nobody deserves shit, okay? That's why, like, the entitlement be fucking up everybody. And nobody really deserves anything, even myself. But I am like, man, deep in my heart, I feel like some of you guys and the people who work really hard, you guys deserve it. You know what I'm saying? You deserve opportunity. You deserve money. You deserve it more than the lazy student. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, my disgust for lazy students has skyrocketed. You know what I'm saying? Like, straight up. Like, and then we're ripping again. I'm going to call out breaking news. You're just doing the melt. And like I've already hit my place today. So I'm not going to force anything. I'm here to call out the news for you guys when I see it. But right now, you're just hitting off nothing, bro. So you're going up. Like I said, I think this is Mag 7 catching up to the staples that were leading. So I did tell you that in advance. I just didn't know what was going to happen. You know what I'm saying? I had no idea. But this was not like yesterday. We were very confident on the Chop City. Not today, but like I'm telling you, the staples. Let me go to the other chart. The staples held up. You remember that? Look at that. It was the staples, like we were saying, and then we were like, yeah, if Mag 7 comes up now, it's going to be a really good day. So that's literally what's happening right now. But the way they did it was kind of weird. But unexpected and confusing. Last word to the watch list. First time opening a long term. Shut up. Are you lying, bro? Or are you the same guy who like makes like new accounts and then LARPs as fake stories because he knows I get excited? Which I don't mind. You know that? Because like all I do is get excited. That's it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh no, he lied and I'm enjoying it, bro. Yeah. So, but either way, I really hope so. Because genuinely, that's a good thing, man. I hope that all of my, you have no idea, bro. All of my annoyingness. I know. You guys got to realize. Make no mistake. I am so aware of how annoying I am. Because I could shut up. You guys know that, right? Like, ask my girlfriend. I sit at home quietly, bro. I could shut up. I know how to just be a ghost. I could silence myself. You have no idea. So that's why I'm saying, like, for real, if only one fucking person got a long term, I am so happy. You know that? If all of my ranting and annoyingness, I don't care if I piss off 9 traders, I get 99 unsubscribers, and I get one genuine soul getting a long term, changing their life, you don't understand me, brother. That's a win. That's what the Lord taught me. The one is always worth more than the 99. You know that? Always. Always. So I love a genuine life changer, bro. So I hope that's true, and I wish you luck, and I would love to help. And, you know, you got a lot of people on the same mission. So, amen, bro. Amen. Bought my first Toyota Corolla with the long term. I hope you needed it, but good. Say, man, the long term is for you. Live stream building it. I should do that. Yeah. I'm going to do it from the place I got I'm going to buy it from Cyber Power. Or I Buy Power. Because then you could just build it for them. You just tell them what to put in it. So that's how I did it last time. But yeah, I think I'll do it live so that you guys can pick it out. Because you guys know a lot more, bro. That's the funniest part. Because, like, I know a lot, bro. I'm pretty savvy. But, like, y'all got the next level shit, man. You know that? I know, like, I could get you in the door. But some of y'all are specialized, you know? Because I was like, what the fuck? When I was reading what you guys were saying, I was like, how? How, bro? How? Is Bitcoin? I can't believe we're at new high. Bro, 5908. Yeah, bro. So literally, new high of the last month. On that. I don't like Macs. No, not for streaming. They're terrible. Or video editing. But then again, I do think I should do what the Chad said first. Unless Tim disagrees. But they said just swap out the RAM and the graphics card. Because I still have an old Threadripper. It's old now. It's been 5-6 years old, but still, it didn't feel like that much time. It feels brand new in my eyes. I have a crazy power supply. I have 1,000 watt. Yeah, CyberPower, I was great. They did this last one. You know, the computer worked perfectly up until recently. But, yeah, no, it's still... I was very impressed. Prandan. Yeah, Kellogg's. Oh, big dump. EPA wants on small refinery of biofuels? No. Yo, K. Literally, Kellanova. Options already up 100. I'm not going to take it. I'll call them out if you want them, but I'm done, you guys. I'm only going to take, like, breaking news like Boeing. Like, you know, if I'm mad early, I'm going to flip it, but that one looks good. I just don't. It's 20 cents. Okay, now it's 40. Never mind. Now it's 60. Okay, your window's over. You missed it. That's it. And I don't know, you guys, I don't know if you noticed it yesterday. I'll give you a real good tip right now. Damn, they're at 100 now. Yep, at 500% right in front of you. I didn't even take it. I just called it out, but you missed it. So if you didn't get the 20, 25, forget about it, bro. Move on. That's it. Wait till it does its thing and call it a day. Because that early entry is what's making you money, you guys. You have to verify it's actually going to follow through. But yeah, then that's it. So other than that, though, I did something yesterday. I noticed it during one of the trades because I was calling out stuff for you guys. And the stock was already moving. And right away, I already saw that I was late. So you know what I did instead of going to the option chain? I verified the news for you guys. That's what I chose to do instead. And it makes a lot of sense. I need you guys to start thinking about this. Because if you're in a situation trading, you need to know when it's too late or not. Right? You're calling me a real one. I'm just optimizing my skills. Do you get what I'm saying? Because I already realized I was late. Premiums I knew were going to already move. So I went to verify the info so I could know if it was going to keep going down or go up or do whatever. Right? So you could still progress and do something that'll help you in a time-efficient manner. So if you already miss it, don't go to fucking FOMO and try to talk yourself into a late play. Go to the details now. And then if you're so early there's no details, look at the fucking option chain. You see what I'm saying? Very simple. If you're late, go on to the next step. Start looking ahead for that. If you're not late, then you shop and see if you're in that window. And that's it. So that's why I did it in real time, but I don't think any of you picked up on it. Because some of these plays, I'm going straight to the news. 'Cause I'm like, yeah, you already missed it. There's no point of, you don't want to get caught up in the market maker's high price. You want to be early, you know? So that's all you got to do. Just started the long term. Let's go. Amen. Jay got to be working 14 a day. I do. It doesn't feel like anything, though. I'm a sicko. That's it. I was explaining this to my girl because she was tripping out. The last, week, she had to be waking up at 4 a.m. for her work. And, oh, dude, she's been dead. And I've just been clowning on her. I'm like, what do you mean, bro? 4 a.m.? That's why you got to sleep. You got to drink water. You got to work out. Your body will give you what you demand. ARM Qualcomm next generation Xbox may be based on ARM and Snapdragon. Interesting. Jeez, bro. Bro, my neck is tight. If you that order for the SPY long term would have filled, you would have bought the very bottom. Well, can I tell you guys something? You know? And this is what I'm going to start it with, bro. I had nothing to do with it. Okay? To God be the glory. It's all him. You know that? Whether you like this or not. And I know that phrase bothers people. But it's not me. It's God. That's it. That's all. And I say that because I'm about to humbly tell you we've hit everything perfectly. Stop the cap. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but God be the glory. I don't want any glory, and I don't think I deserve it. I think it is, I think the principles lined up, and I think God has effectively communicated that, discipline and hard work will put you in the right space, and always have faith and think to the future. But yeah, no, we did a lot of stuff, bro. We did a lot of things, perfect timing, waiting, the call outs, even the literal bottom of the ETF account. There's so many things that have went down, and that's why. And that's why too, but that's why I like how we have it. That's it, my brothers. All of the noise is just cancer. That's what I'm saying, bro. I feel so amazing. We're doing amazing. Every element of life, socially, spiritually, monetarily, I'm fucking firing, bro. And it's all literally, bro. I love it. And it has, and what I'm talking about, I think a part of this result is when you cut out all the noise. That's it. That's what I'm saying. That's why you guys, you're either gonna help me in the cult, or you're gonna hurt it. And I've realized we need to get rid of anything that doesn't help. Because once we have our own little world, bro, we see things so much different, bro. And it's amazing. So God is good, bro. God is good. I'm excited. But look, and that's why I've been saying, man, just follow along. I can't, you can't, it sucks. But it is, it's like, bro, you just got to lock in. Otherwise, you won't even comprehend what the fuck we're doing. And it's just like, bro, it's been 6 months now almost. Meta Call, a volunteer feature, will launch all 18 countries where Meta AI is supported. What's next? I told you what's next. The boat has already left. What's next is taking the people who have faithfully committed and already shown they have it, taking the real warriors and turning them into as many millionaires as possible. Someone's going to buy me a house. But that's it. That's why. I want to make sure you guys who did good, I want you to be richer than me. That's what I'm talking. That's what you have. Y'all got a different opportunity. I don't think y'all realize it yet. That's what I'm saying. I want to multiply. God don't do addition. He only multiply. It's crazy if you think about it. So yeah, that's the plan. That's why. We got to take the people who are locked in and take them to the next level now. And then we'll see. BKR. Good stock, Pepsi. I don't know. It kind of went up, though, but that's like you've ran out of a lot of names now at the low. So Pepsi's up today, but I think it's still at the price of the other day. It's still low. It's not up 10%. But yeah. What platform? Long-term, E-Trade, Fidelity, or Schwab. Those are the big three. And then we're still, again, this is crazy. This is a new high, you guys. We hit 58.09. It's higher than we've been. Best advice for someone that works night shift, long term. I mean, that's really it. And save as much as possible. So many people haven't realized this, and they are starting to realize it has nothing to do with how much money you make, you guys. All about what you keep. That's it. I promise you. There's Chads who make half as much as their friends, or a third. There's Chads who make 50 grand a year, and their friends are making 150,000 a year income. And said Chad owns more assets and has less debt and has a higher net worth than the people making triple. It's crazy. So night shift, you could trade, but before you trade, long term. And then you got to start getting that saving, making sure on there. And as long as you stick to a strict budget, you'll be fine trading wise. But again, 10% of the 10% to trade. Your girlfriend makes 3 times what you make, and you have 3 times what she has saved, invested. That's what I'm saying. A lot of people aren't getting this. And you would be surprised, bro. Like, that's why you'll be able to buy a house, bro. Oh, Eli Lilly Pop, I thought you were saying I love you. So I'm glad you clarified. Yeah, it is going up. 3 candles. Good call. Yeah, Eli Lilly, $6, 2 candles. Again, SPY. Look at high ticker. NetEase is the China winner from earnings, but look. Oh, yeah, we should have done a push-up. I need to go to the bathroom. Bro, I need to, like, walk real quick. Bro, my back and my neck. It's terrible.
Rivals today also under pressure. The DOJ is already pursuing billing fraud charges against Elevance, Humana, and CVS's.
Okay, I'll be right back. Follow me on Instagram at the Trading Fraternity. Real Cold News on Twitter. Eyes on Eli Lilly.
$625 billion in cuts to Medicaid, which could result in more than 7.5 million people being knocked off the rolls. You can see Centene and Humana among those really suffering there.
Yeah, just ugly all around. Thank you, Bertha. Bertha Coombs. Other big stock story of the day is, of course, the deal from Dick's Sporting Goods to buy Foot Locker. We actually just got a statement from Nike CEO Elliott Hill on the Dick's Sporting Goods deal announced this morning. He says Dick's and Foot Locker are 2 of the most storied and respected brands in our industry and have been our valued partners for decades. Each has their own loyal consumer following and deep understanding of the needs of athletes. I'm confident that together they will help elevate sport and continue to accelerate the growth of our industry. I mean, clearly it could be positive if there's sort of a fresh set of eyes from Dick's, which has been the better operator, on Foot Locker, because Foot Locker is very important for Nike. But, you know, the stock, interestingly, Dick's is a lot lower today. And there's some skepticism. TD Cowen saying there's not a good history of actually these softline retail mergers going pretty well. And they're in kind of a different spot in the retail business.
Meantime, 59.05 as we have gone green. Let's get to the judge, post 9.
Carl, thank you very much. Welcome to the Halftime Report. I'm Scott Wapner. Front and center this hour, the road ahead for stocks, how rising rates might impact what happens from here. We'll debate that and everything else with the investment committee. Joining me for the hour today, Josh Brown, Jenny Harrington, Joe Terranova, and Jim Lebenthal. We'll take a look at the
is this the halftime report? I want this guy. This guy going to say everyone's roasting him for UNH.
Very often of
that's part, because you guys know CNBC was pumping UNH too. I'm telling you, bro, the ad campaign on UNH is unreal.
Josh, I know people are looking at rates. People I talk to are watching rates, wondering how high they're going to go. Could be a problem for stocks. Chair Powell today at an event in D.C.
Eli Lilly
talks
again
about potential supply shocks. Everybody's still watching the tariffs. Walmart was talking about price hikes. Retail sales barely rose last month. And yet the bias from these same people that I'm speaking with continues to be, you know what, stocks can still go up. Stocks can still go up from here for a while.
I think we just got a CPI report that might be the last of the tame CPI reports. But
y'all been saying that for 8 months.
Some of the weirdness that we'll see when we get
you guys
the
realize
number,
that?
For example, in,
the next
June,
data, the next one, it's been 8 months of that.
Weirdness that the market
legit. I should have had a kid.
So we're going to have these like supply shocks for specific materials.
And Eli Lilly and NVO.
It'll be colored.
I don't know what the news is. I'll check.
Of the data,
I didn't see anything when I last checked.
Look at that and say, yeah, that's not great, but it's also not systemic rising inflation. It's not.
No, there's not. It was in the
2021.
They had an article. Big pharma facing challenges. That's old.
The Fed doesn't actually cause that type of inflation. The tariffs cause that type of inflation.
What?
And everyone knows it. And the Fed obviously can't fix it
idiot,
either.
Josh Brown.
So that's where I land as far as
what's wrong with you
is that
people?
The thing that the market has to worry about next. I actually don't think tariffs are inflationary in the fullness of time. Let's assume
what the fuck is he saying?
Days. And by the way, with a tweet, it could be gone tomorrow. But just hypothetically,
he's like, that's not the inflation, the Fed, but the tariffs definitely cause inflation. But I don't think the tariffs cause.
You don't get incredibly high inflation as a result of that. You actually get.
I just want to listen to Homie Cave on UNH.
Once you have those aberrant prints in the numbers
Josh
themselves.
Brown. Josh Brown, just pump NVO.
Just looking at what we got,
do your
for example,
job
on PPI, lower than expected. Month-over-month decline in trade services was the big reason why. Negative 0.5 month-over-month, so sequential, not year-over-year. Trade services dropped 1.6%. So when you understand the bigger picture, which is that we don't have companies fighting for talent. We don't have these incredibly
TLTs go everything.
Wages,
so look, bonds up, stocks up. It's like tight. This isn't really like green, but then once again we get to the high and slow down a little. But you're getting a lot of broader momentum now picking up. But there's this shit in the gutter that has to come in.
It might produce some scary days, but I just don't think that's the big problem right now.
Joe, the tariffs, if anything, they scared consumers and are scaring consumers into changing their buying decisions. They bought, we learned from retail sales, which barely rose, but they did rise in March. Why? Because people front ran.
Barely rose. Why are you guys leaving out the fact that the estimate
raise prices, Walmart,
from every economist that it would be negative?
Point to demand, because Walmart today said that
it's actually a lot better.
Could start later this month, despite the deal.
Yeah, UNH came back. I don't know where the calls are at.
I do.
Let's check the premiums.
The eco data today was the beginning of what we've been talking about, which is the deceleration in demand, a cooling
the calls are
economy,
up.
And I agree with
like
Josh.
I told you, the calls from the bottom to top they were holding is everybody trying to buy the dip. Okay, SPY breaking out. Just give me a new high.
I actually think
get ready, 5913, but really 5920. That's the number.
Outlook, and I think we saw that and heard that today.
Here's
from
Microsoft.
Walmart. Look, I said yesterday, I think Walmart's $1 trillion company.
All right, tell me when they start talking about UNH, because they are ignoring that. My goodness. Yeah, and there was nothing on NVO on the other one. Yeah, if you bought when the call was down, you're up 80%. But like I was saying, those calls were oddly holding up even when the puts would not move. Tesla waking up, even the whole SPY. And then there's RTX. I don't know if Boeing came. That's really running, you guys. So again, this was just, it played out a little weirder, but like I told you, man, just a random pop for no reason. It looked like it was going to be choppy, but then, yeah, now this is a new high of the rally. So think the last couple of days, you haven't gone this high. So look, you're at 5911 now. We start pulling this back. Like it's advancing. So again, the FOMO is going to continue a little, but It's going to inch up. Watch for a big break. Otherwise, 59.20. And then we'll see. If it breaks 59.20, it's going 59.50. And then it gets more aggressive. And then after 59.50, I don't even know. But, yeah, you're going to be flirting with more and more highs. Chips are lagging today, but that's kind of that rotation we saw in the morning. Because, remember, chips have been killing it this week. So there might be cooling down a little, but now everybody's coming back up, and then they might tag. So we'll see. Yeah, STX was, again, that one in WDC the other day. Eli Lilly again. That one's really going. And NVO. Either way, even everything, though. Like I said, risk on, FOMO chase plays, it's going to be crypto. I'm telling you now, with everybody's cutting rates. So in America, we're not, but the rest of the world is easing up liquidity, even China. So Bitcoin likes that usually. And that's why I'm saying if liquidity is all around the world and we start like squeezing and people really get more of this, oh my God, I have to cover. Oh my God, FOMO. Oh my God, it's the best economy. Oh my God, right? If you're going to see that reflected in crypto. Otherwise, if this all fails, then yeah, crypto is not the play. Crypto is only the FOMO play. So that's how I view it. All right, again, NVIDIA, NVO now, USO even, a lot of NVIDIA. And we are climbing. Equal weight is killing it. So yeah, you got a little bit of drag from some of the big losers. Again, Bitcoin's even about to go green. MSTR and the Fun Bunch are going down. Intel moving or NTCL? Five, 9, 12. So 5, 9, 13, and 17 are like soft levels, but the real level is 59.20. RDW. So watch staples and watch tech and then watch laggers, see if they come up. Your core should be SPACs. That's a good question. It's like the money market SPACs. That way your cash will yield you 4%. It's a great feature with Fidelity. I'm telling you. So all the cash, so cash management options, you do core SPACs, SPAXX, I believe. It'll say money market should have a yield, but then that way any cash you deposit, when you're not utilizing it, day after day, you start accruing interest from the money market, which is great. Phenomenal. Because then that way you're literally just getting short-term yield with full liquidity. And then the moment you use it, it just stops accruing interest. Oh, Mello. Welcome, baby. Good morning. My man. And you got a membership, baby. Welcome. Does it take weeks? No. It just moves. I mean, you're talking about them like moving it from the SPACs to purchase, right? Yeah, it's instant. Schwab, it's just whatever their money market. It's similar to SPACs. What's the name for the Schwab one? It's like S. Is it? Oh, I don't know what it is. It's very similar. Robinhood. Yes, but I don't know, the interactions I've had with Robinhood people lately, I was trying to be nice, but, and like I said, I didn't like their gambling thing. I view it as a DraftKings, but I don't like Robinhood. I think that's a waste. You don't need to pay $5 a month to get a money market. And I will change my views on Robinhood when Vlad comes on this stream and answers all of my difficult questions. I want to ask him why the future of finance involves gambling on probabilities and not real equities. I want to know why he did take away the buy button and why, and does he understand the impacts that had on people. But till then, my goodwill for Robinhood is rapidly declining like UNH. And again, like the interactions and pumping I've been seeing, I'm not a fan of. So, like I said, you could go the big three, many brokerages. I don't have any referral codes. And yeah, you don't need to pay for features that are standard. Oh yeah, and give that other homie his money back on Robinhood. Yeah, one of the Chads kept tagging me. Saving rate, as long as you have full liquidity. But money markets, that's what's so great about them, because you could accrue the interest day after day, and then right when you want to use it, it's ready to go. And there's nothing else. They kind of have my money, but I just kept it in Abivi shares and shit, so I have a small account there. But no, there's another Chad who kept asking me if I had pull with Robinhood because they locked him out. They held mine for a while. I just gave up. Trying to because the exactness, that wasn't even my issue with them. We got nothing. Amazon's going down again. Yeah, we got nothing on that. Okay. The melt was nice, but now it's like chilling. We got all of our plays before the melt. That's the crazy part. Gold bait. That's crazy though, Bobby. You're trading on Robinhood? So yeah, I don't know. Because I see you do. Usually when I see 100 contracts, I'm assuming it's Bobby on some of the news plays. But I think you do a lot better not on Robinhood if you're trading that strategy. And you could get pennies. That's weird. Because Robinhood doesn't let you get the pennies sometimes. Tesla. Homie just said Tesla was going. Another pop. Remember, you had that pop literally at the same price earlier today. And then it flipped. Very, very close to salt deal, says Speaker Johnson. And SPY holding up. TLT still going. Boeing's moving and Booz Allen. That was up there too. Staples, KO. It's all of them. You'd be proud of me. I got rid of Weeble. One step at a time. So you're getting there. That's good, though. That is improvement. Boeing, is it? If it hits a new high, and then UNH is just chilling. Where's Merck? MCHP. Bro, the high ticker is moving, bro. The fuck? It's like actually like really juiced. But index isn't moving again. We got a weird day in terms of laggers and leaders. Nvidia going again. So let's see. Dow Jones or NASDAQ 100, 62 green, 39 red. That got a lot better. And then Dow Jones, 21 green, 9 in the red now. So more went green. And then Amazon, UNH are the drag. Walmart went almost green, but that's not dragging as much. And then SPY, 340 green, 150 red. Like 100 names went green on the SPY during that. So you broadened out a little bit. Qatar Wealth Fund plans to invest $500 billion in U.S. over 5 years. Yeah, my brother, I think that's why Tesla, and then watch Disney again. So again, just like yesterday, I don't know if that's like old or new. Because remember we had the other one, literally with Qatar, and then Boeing, and then we got more details. But yeah, they're saying $500 billion in U.S. over the next 10 years. No way. Those are still down? Canada S&P hits a record. I don't see anything else. Tesla would be the only one related to the Qatar shit, but that's just, again, guessing, just like Disney. The premiums did come down on Tessie. I'm going to watch one. I'm not going to take it yet, but I have one to watch. Yeah, Robinhood, they're listening right now. I just got an email from Robinhood. Earn more on your uninvested cash. So yeah, they're listening to you guys right now in here. They just sent out an email promo 3 minutes ago. Hi, guys. Yeah, Vlad. Get me an interview with Vlad, and I want to ask him real questions. Otherwise, every day, I'm going to try to convince one more young person to get off of Robinhood. Sound fair? So every day I'm going to try to move one person to the safe zone until you give me my interview uncut, live too. No recording, no nothing. Call. We do it live in front of everybody. No script, no nothing. Real shit. Okay, Vlad and Robinhood guys? Because you guys keep pressing me very subtly, like I said the other day. And I'm going to start doing it too. So, yeah, I look forward for transparency. Let's have a talk. Don't do that. Well, that's the thing. I'm not doing it for a game. It's just what I genuinely believe. Like I said, I genuinely think Robinhood was decent at one point. And I think the direction they're going now, they do not care about their clients. And they know they have a young generation, and parading the future as gambling, I don't get it. I really don't understand. And I've had issues, and I've looked over those issues, but I'm confused why they're going in that direction. And yeah, it's very odd, and I think it's going to hurt people. So, and I've seen it, they've invited me to their little calls before back in the day. And then you see the route, they went the route of pumping. They went the route of all just like, as much as they have changed a lot of things, they definitely went from like changing the game to now like it just feels disingenuous and clout chasing. So yeah, but I would love to talk to him. And if you want to have a real convo, you're paying everybody. They're not, that's what I'm saying. Everybody talking good either owns it or is getting paid off of it. Yes? You see what I'm saying? So I would love a genuine, objective conversation. Till then, though, like I said, my outlook on them is souring literally month by month. I think you guys are watching in real time. I've convinced you to leave. Well, that's what well, this is the thing. I think they need that because I think they pay attention to that. They don't care. They don't care if people lose that. It's if they lose clients, then they start to change their tone. So as sad as it is, I'm kind of glad, but I want to know why. I want to talk to them, or at the very least, you don't ever have to talk to me. I think you guys should go in a good direction. Stop the gambling. You know what I'm saying? And y'all have made so much money off of retail, and people look to them as a source, and they have the shot to become this. So I don't know why. Like, why are you guys chasing the revenue? Why not chase the reputation? And you've already hurt reputation with investors like me during the GameStop stuff and all of it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Does Fidelity or Vanguard care on? So you work with Robinhood, that's why you're getting pressed. But I didn't assume that those guys care. I just know they don't offer, potentially disastrous stuff easily to their clients, and they don't masquerade it as probability analysis. Does that make sense? They don't charge you to get the max money market, as that is a OG thing on Wall Street. That's ridiculous. They don't charge you to access margin, and then you still pay the margin fee. So I know it makes sense. I am being fair. I want Robinhood to succeed. Believe me, I don't care what they do, but I recently I was shocked by what they're doing with the gambling, the sports betting, all of that, dude. That's so weird. And if you don't, and again, I got weirded out when they wouldn't let me transfer out, and when they had other liquidity. Don't even get me started on the liquidity and the middleman shit. But I think that you can, that is easy to fix. But I want to know why they are turning their clients and young clients onto gambling, like for real. And like, these are smart people. Why masquerade it as probability analysis? You know what I'm saying? If that's the case, can I bet on Robinhood? How can I bet on the probability of how much capital you guys have? Can I bet on that then? Can I bet on that? Can I bet on when you guys will go bust? It's terrible. It's not like, that's not real investing. And, people have already criticized them for gamifying it. I think they did great with the UI, and they made things easy to understand, right? But at the same time now, they're going to make it easier to gamble. And like I said, I think the generation I've tried so hard to help save and hold a long term, you're really about to pair them up with a fucking option spread and gambling on probabilities. Like, you're really about to do that to them? It's crazy. So yeah, it's weird. I thought this was an investment institution, not a casino. Like I'm saying, I would buy Robinhood stock if it was DraftKings, but you guys are telling me it's supposed to be a bank. That's
So just wanted to get Lilly added to UBS top picks list. It replaces UNH. Joe, give me something real quick on that.
Oh yeah, what do you got, bro?
So we sold UNH out of the Momentum Fund basically 18 months ago. Eli Lilly remains a core holding. It literally trades like a biotech, and there's another company that's marching towards $1 trillion market cap.
Okay, we will take that break coming up. President Trump versus Tim Cook. Well, that took a new turn. I'll tell you exactly how. Bring you the sound. We got some committee moves coming up, too, after this break.
Well, no, it gets worse, bro. Nah, man, it gets worse. Because if you think like a bank, you're like, well, this is weird. But imagine masquerading as the future. This is what I'm saying. I've been telling people to think for themselves, and I believe in that. But then I'm like, why are y'all thinking for yourself, making terrible decisions? Think about it. You're literally convincing kids that the future is massive speculation on everything. That's not the future. You see, that's not the future of finance. The future of finance is when I showed you guys the real methods to how bond vigilantes and market participants in banks, how do they go about the Fed? They use the Fed futures. That has been around for decades. They turned it into a gambling thing. That's not the future, bro. So instead of teaching them, showing them, having people understand, then now you're betting on a Fed rate cut. Just betting. You're not even buying the future. There's no hedging ability. None of that. Just gambling. And now you have young people thinking that is the future? Come on. You think the future is a call goes up and no explanation? That's a lot. That's what's deadly about it. It's not that it's not a bank and it masquerades as that, but now all of those young people, and with that, they're being told by people who have money, are rich, are viewed positively by most people, and then those people have been paid to tell good ideas about it, right? And then they think this way is how you do it. It's crazy. It's actually nuts. So, yeah. You're going to trick a lot of people, and I think a generation is going to be there. So, yeah, it's sick. You be a man. You were wrong. I was amazing. I do remember you. I remember that a lot. I forgive you, brother. So I hope you're good. I won't tolerate it again, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it. But I do forgive you, genuinely. I will never hold it against you. Like I said, I've had a lot of haters become good friends, and I'm okay with that. But, don't do it again. You know what I'm saying? Don't be like, oh, I apologize, and then you fall back into it 3 months. Like, just for the good of you and me, Don't go backwards. But you're good, bro. I hope you get a long term, and I would love to still help you with that. And I'm glad that you're not drinking anymore. That's a good thing, bro. That's a really good thing. So, amen, bro. That's what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. Oh. Thinkorswim is hard, but I like it because once you learn it, it's very universal, and you'll match the learning curve. You'll be able to handle a lot. So yeah, I like Thinkorswim. It's hard though. It's very complex when you look at it, but it's a very powerful platform. Very good to trade on once you get used to it. Yeah, active trade, everything on it, bro. It's a good platform, but there's just a lot. So that's why you could paper trade on it, get used to it, and then run it. But mine's simple. I'm telling you, bro. Here's the funny part is that I keep it hella simple, bro. Because you know how many people ask me for my setup? And they're like, send me your TOS setup. I'm like, dude, I'm on default. I just turned on the charts, put 4 of them. That's it. I can hit the option chain. Boom. Easy. You run it. It's the easiest shit in the world. Once you're used to it. You see what I'm saying? And like, I have a bunch of tutorials on it, but it's not anything crazy. Yeah, I've seen a video. Again. But yeah, you could keep it. It's intimidating when you start. That's all. How do I still the E-Trade? I think they just like me. Because they know I love it. But yeah, and I'm the only one rocking it. So yeah, if they take away E-Trade Pro, that's insane. But they said I was going to lose it a long time ago. I never lost it. I'll probably build my own if they ever take it away. I'm just going to copy it and make my own. You found paper trade doesn't help you learn trading. It's because you're not taking it seriously. Promise you. It's like, the people like when they're like rehearse and like it's like you have like a speech or like cold calling, and I'm like, let's do a fake cold call. People are like, it's not real because you don't take it seriously. So if you treat paper trading real and like serious, act as if it's real money, paper trade with a small amount, and then tell me it's there. Like, yeah, you just got to practice. But if you don't feel like it's not a game, then yeah. But I would rather practice. Again, the driving range you could always learn something at the driving range. NVIDIA's still going. And win now. SPY's just holding. Is when they do good, it's upsetting. You could have done it with real. Yeah, that too. But budget as well, don't forget. I think a lot of people overlook it. Telling you guys, 10% of your 10% to trade, you're never going to lose, even if you lose. You got to control that too. That's how I could take all of these plays. I'm going so small, you guys. And then they hit, they're cashing out. So that's the other part. Because then you're going to hit one and be like, oh, I need 10 of them. And, on the next one, literally every time. I called it out yesterday, too. We hit the Boeing, and then, boom, the next pop, everybody piles into it, no matter what. Don't do that. That's not going to help you. You see what I'm saying? And then, or they see the next one, and they're like, I'm Josh. That's why I even warn the stream alerts. I see it. I know what the fuck I'm doing. I just hit fucking 10 of them in a row. And now, every stream alert, you guys are like, oh, okay, you know how this works. It's going to start failing. And then if it fails and then you went big, you're going to give up everything. So you got to have the budget discipline. You do that, you're going to be fine. And then you could really have access to a lot of opportunities, but you need it in the budget, bro. You need it in the budget. And that's it. It's all fun while it works, but that's how the emotions are going to get you. You work for a Toyota and he's asking about a stop sale on Tundras? That could be news. I didn't hear about that. But is it a recall or is it to trade? You had a dream last night and you made the first options trade and you hit and told the Chad. That's a nightmare. Because if you did that in real life, you would have got banned. So make your trade, hit it, and then you could just say thank you. But yeah, just don't flex it. Whew. The Tundra's a ticking time bomb. What? I thought the Tundra's the best truck in America. Woo! They make them in Texas and Mexico. The new Tundra engines are shit? What? No. This all sounds like fake news, bro. What do you guys mean? Toyota engine shit. Mike picks up. Did you hear me raise the desk? New V8's having issue. I didn't know that. Only let people sign up for the stream alerts if they have a long term. Well, we'll see. I don't know. Either way. I just pay attention, you guys. The opportunity is right in front of you, and you got to use it. And above all else, you got to make a decision. As the money moves and the FOMO, are you going to chase again? Or are you going to get a long-term and win? That's it, bro. I'm telling you, let go of the FOMO, you guys. It's over. You will be prepared and you will win. But you need to take control. See what I'm saying? There's no control in FOMO. There's no control in chasing. My brother, the Lord will provide. Act like it. Oh, I don't know if they feel me, bro. Red to green on NVIDIA. That's crazy. It's just going green? Yeah. All right, back on. High ticker's been gassing, you guys. It's kind of crazy. You meant to say thank you. You added too much info. Just say thank you. Just say take a lap. Read the rules, you guys. That's all I'm saying. I don't mind. All you gotta thank you is all you need to say. If that's what you want to do. If you want to thank me, all you have to do is thank me. That's it. And anything else, don't flex on them. And I hope you do good. And I hope this encourages you to focus on action, results, and not rely on social validation. I pray to God. And you will all become better businessmen and traders and investors. The more you build on this. You don't need anybody to say anything. You don't need anybody. You need to learn to act. Act, results, and you need to be content with it because it's you and you are progressing. That's it. Thank you, man. I appreciate you, bro. That's why. Let's go. I want to see. I seen some of y'all do it great. So we got to do more. That's why I'm ready. I hope you are. Job's not done. Job is not done. So that's it. From now, I'm banning you guys if you ask me how to sell a play in the long term. You know the answer. You're not selling for 10 years. I don't care if it's up. If it's up, go buy a house. You're getting banned now if you ask. You know the answer, guys. This is what I'm trying to encourage. I'm trying to encourage you not to overthink. Once you get to the truth, act on it. That's it. You have the answer. You don't need to explore it 1,000 ways when there's only one answer. You know, long term is 10 years minimum. You really want to sell it, you buy a house. Last time I told you that, you would have saved 15% on your whole account because everybody was at a high and they're like, I want to sell. I want to sell. That's not the plan. The plan is we parlay. We're going to a bigger investment. So if you want to get rid of a stock, you did so good. You did so good, you're going to become a millionaire. You got to get a house. Otherwise, you stick to the plan. Never had this much money at once before. That's what the long term will do, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. I'm grateful for it. And I think a lot of you guys at various income levels have realized this. And that's what it should do. And that'll give you confidence. And that lets you know that you can make other moves. And that's why we're looking for the homes. But amen, bro. One day we will be selling the long term because it will be 10 years, but we got like 5 more years. We're halfway through. Oh, you graduated? Nice. How does it feel? That's it. God, you're going to regret it, man. Looking back, I'll give it 5 more years and be like, man, college was great. So, nah, man, college taught you a lot. You just haven't realized it yet. That's how I was. ETD, Ethan Allen. Yo, I know what Ethan Allen is. That's big. Kind of odd. What was the other one that got bought? Wasn't there another one? It's up 3. It's either going to pump fake or if it goes up 5, you're going to have a deal. Options are still 5 cents. So you still got a little bit cheaper there. I don't see anything. Okay, gone. It is gone, my friends. All right. Ethan Allen. Everybody in the ETD. Furniture regains after tariff talks come down. No headline yet. Is it still up? Oh, I think it's still kind of, yeah, they kind of went up, but not really. Up 100. You're like late, but you need to know 3 or 5. It's either going to fade or it's going to go. If it goes, the 5, 10 ones are going to hit. If it doesn't go, those are dead. That's it. So it's up 3. You're right in the middle. You're right on the cusp of all of it. I still don't know what it is. So watch, check. Oh, you don't have the wire up. I looked. I didn't see it on the wire. ETD Jenny Harrington pump on CNBC. Okay, so CNBC pump. It might. I don't know. They have to go nuts. Well, I'm going to try something if they fill it. They're not going to fill it. See, you could scam the market maker right now if you really wanted to. They're not filling it though with quantity. The chain's glitching out. Cause look they're all showing the same bid and ask. They won't fill it though. But yeah, they're all showing the same bid and ask. So theoretically, you could do a spread for free. If it's not paying, it won't fill it though. I have an order and it's just not gonna fill it. You might if you do. Well, I'm canceling it, but yeah. Either way, good luck if you got it. That's funny. Usually when I say it though, it adjusts, but it's still holding, but they're just not filling it. So the bid is just too weak. You can only do it with one contract. You can't do it with a lot. But yeah, just a CNBC pump. Yeah, dude, high ticker has been insane for like 30 minutes. Crazy part is that the index isn't moving as much. Again, that Mag 7 effect, everything else being near the high, it's kind of in the way. Dude, Amazon's done that a lot today. Amazon's down 3%. Okay, Ethereum and Tesla pop in, and Netflix. Again, Tesla might have something, so we'll see. You told Chad spy calls? I told you I'm going to ban you. So it's good, though. I hope you made a lot of money. Enough to buy another membership. So subscribe today. Thank you. Tesla, baby. Nah, really, I'm good. Sound like a T-Rex. Live under my hood. Tech, live under my seat. Gold, everything's, you don't notice gold today. So as today was everything. Staples up, dollar. I haven't checked the dollar, but bonds, gold, they're all kind of moving. So that's what I was saying in the morning. It was confusing, and I was saying, well, staples are up. If staples came down, we would have dumped. But then if everything else went up, then we would have had this, like we were saying. So I think today is just kind of everyone hesitated for a little bit, sold a little, chilled, kind of did the Chop City, but then kind of risk on all across the board. But the gold one's a little weirder because I think gold got a bid when we were down. UAE President to Trump, we are keen to continue enhancing friendship between our nations for both of their benefit. Trump is live. Yep.
Award in its first edition in 2005. And in 2019,
you sound like my grandpa.
Was renamed
it's literally exactly how my grandpa sounds.
In their honor.
This is trippy.
And their family was hosted in Abu Dhabi in gratitude for their service to the people of the UAE. Mr. President, the UAE and the United States share a strong development-focused partnership. This partnership has taken a significant leap forward since you assumed office, particularly in the areas of the new economy, energy, advanced technology,
Tesla,
artificial intelligence, and industry.
ومما يؤكد على ذلك مخطط دولة الإمارات للاستثمار في الولايات
A
المتحدة.
testament to this is the UAE's plan to invest
من خلال المؤسسات
in the
الاستثمارية
US
الإماراتية
in these sectors through the UAE's investment bodies at a total value of $1.4 trillion over the next 10 years.
كما أن هناك شراكات ومشروعات مهمة
Additionally,
في هذا المجال بين
major
القطاع
partnerships
الخاص
and projects
في البلدين.
are underway between
إضافة
private
لما
sector
سبق،
entities
هناك تعاون استراتيجي
in both
في مجال
nations.
الفضاء مثل ما شفت فخامة الرئيس. والولايات المتحدة
Beyond
شريك
these
استراتيجي
areas,
لدولة الإمارات
our countries
في مشروع
maintain
استكشاف
a
المريخ
strategic partnership in the field of space
وبرنامج
exploration
رواد الفضاء ومشروع استكشاف
and
حزام
the astronaut
الكويكبات.
program and the
وفي هذا
asteroid
السياق
belt mission.
أريد أن أذكر شيء
In
ربما
this
لا يعرف
context,
الكثير،
I would like to share something
وهو
that may
أن
not
مركبة
be
الفضاء
widely
الأمريكية
known.
أبولو 17
The American spacecraft Apollo
التي
17
انطلقت سنة 1972 أخذت علم
that
دولة
flew in
الإمارات في
1973
رحلتها إلى القمر.
had carried the UAE flag on its journey
Atlanta
to the
Fed
moon.
GDP.
That same flag was
I think I was in the
sent
more,
by
dude.
NASA to our
They updated
nation's
another
founding
one, bro.
father, the late Sheikh Zayed bin Sultan Al Nahyan in 1970.
Yeah.
Along with
GDP Atlanta 2.5 versus 2.3. That got raised again. We made a play on that a month or two ago and it hit. But I don't know if it'll do it again.
Apollo astronauts
But yeah, so even Atlanta GDP updating higher.
had a deep and enduring mission.
Yeah, remember we hit that play last time. It like lagged and then the follow-up was good, but yeah.
In March of this year, you stated that the UAE and the United States have long been partners in efforts to bring peace and security to the Middle
City's
East
going up, banks.
and the world.
And then SPY about to hit a new high.
Today,
أجدد التأكيد
I reaffirm to you
إن دولة الإمارات
that the UAE
Okay, 2 more points. Well, 5 more points technically. But it'll get a little slower. Watch for pop or watch for hit the level and fade.
أو يحقق السلام والاستقرار.
to advance
He's going to invest 1.4 trillion in the US over the next 10 years.
أكرر الترحيب بكم فخامة الرئيس.
Once again, Mr. President, I warmly welcome
Again,
you.
SMCI, remember they popped off the Saudis.
Have a
لها
profound
تأثير كبير جدا في المستقبل.
جدا حبيبي.
positive impact
Very
on the
big
future
حبيبي. جدا.
of our bilateral relations. Thank you.
Well, I'd like to thank you, Your Highness. What a lot of people don't know, I think my staff is very surprised by it. You and I have been friends for a long time. We've been good friends. And what they don't know about you is that you are considered a truly great warrior. And you've been
Oh,
through the
thank you,
wars. You're a
Donald.
great
Thank
warrior.
you. You know,
A
Donald, you are a warrior
very
for
strong man,
America,
brilliant man,
Donald.
a man of
Thank you,
vision,
Shukran,
like
Donald.
few
Thank
others,
you,
like
Donald.
few others. and highly respected.
You know, Donald, you're very
They know
flattering,
you
Donald.
with
Thank you.
Tremendous respect, and you're so respected in the
I
Middle East.
respect you, Donald.
It's really amazing. You know, we've done the tour with two of your very good friends. You know that.
Cigna on the high, bro.
We were talking about.
That's weird. That's the first health insurance company I've seen on the high.
Good. It was all good. Total admiration and respect for what you've done and who you are. And they said when he gives you.
They're tweaking the contracts on Cigna. That's interesting, though. There's no headline, but you got to ask yourself why.
He told us about your generous statement as to the 1.4 trillion, and all I could say is thank you very much. We will work very hard to deserve it. I have absolutely no doubt that the relationship will only get bigger and
Rubio
better.
says we don't have high expectations for Ukraine
better
talks.
It's at the highest level it can be.
Yeah, Trump is live right now with Saudi. This is what you're listening to.
Countries will work together. We've become a very hot country. We were not such a hot country 6 months ago. And now I think we're the hottest country, if you want to know the truth. We had one little indication. A year ago, we were having a hard time getting people to join the military enlistment, they call it.
He loves this
in our
one.
country. We're getting
Yeah, Rubio saying
vibes,
no high
very,
hopes.
Unhappy. It was an unhappy country. A lot of foolish things were happening, stupid things were happening. And we just got the numbers. We had the highest enlistment numbers just about that we've ever had. We think it probably the highest, but they say have to be extremely accurate when it comes to the news because they check every word I say. There's a little bit of an inaccuracy, but I will tell you we had just about the best numbers for enlistment we've ever had. Every one of our services. I'm very proud of Space Force because I created Space Force. That was my baby. Hadn't been done in 78 years, a new force, and it's doing phenomenally well. We were not winning the space war, and now we're leading it by tremendous margins over Russia and
Do you guys
China,
hear me
America.
jumping up and down?
And so we're very proud of it.
Like
but I'm
fake
very
jump
proud
roping.
of,
Y'all should
maybe
work
even
out.
More so the enlistment numbers. So we went from having a hard time getting people to join our armed forces and our police, by the way, to having the best numbers that we've ever had, wanting to join. They're proud of our country again. That's a big thing, and to happen so fast, over about a 6 or 7 month period, that's a big honor. And likewise, the police.
Hey, Chad.
Very hard to get police. And
Chad.
now, the ranks are bursting and with pride.
I need you.
So that's
I need to
something
tell you now.
We're very happy about. We've had investments.
I would,
in the country over the last.
Yeah, I haven't seen Sava move in a while, you little
Too much
pumper.
because
Calm
it took
down.
me a couple of weeks to get started.
But
I had to get a little acclimated. again.
U.S. wants to talk agriculture, economic security with EU.
One of the most
That's
successful
good.
economies in history,
Watch
in the history
wheat
of our country. First-
and anything else, but Wall Street Journal article
did a lot of things. We rebuilt
pushing
our
talks
military,
with
did a lot of great
EU
things.
on agriculture
And,
coming out now.
This is even going to be better, but we have now, I think, substantially over.
But no, Chad,
$10 billion of
you're going to want a membership today.
And now when they add the
Shake Shack.
1.4
But yeah,
trillion,
if you don't have a membership
easily
already,
break that number. So that's
you should get one.
investment
Okay?
Or investment.
You
that
should
we
get
think will
one.
Soon happen. And it doesn't include people that are building because not everybody comes and tells us that they're building, and it's a big country. But we're having numbers that we've never done.
Oh,
before,
ADM.
and that means
Yes, sir, you're right.
Plants. That means
Hasn't moved yet, or Tyson, but
As
watch.
an example, a really good example is Apple. Apple is now spending much more than $500 billion on plants. They didn't do that before. As you know, they built their plants in another location. We have the biggest computer.
Cameron, no. Let's go. Oh, the Twitch. The Twitch.
Mr. Wei of Taiwan
Oh.
spending $200 billion.
Let's go, baby.
Jensen who's great. Jensen Huang is spending $500 billion. We have numbers that nobody's ever seen before. That all means jobs, because to me the most important jobs are jobs.
Louis.
And we have costs are way down. Groceries, we have a term grocery. It's an old term, but it means basically what you're buying, food. It's a pretty accurate term, but it's an old-fashioned sound. But Groceries are down, costs are down, eggs are down. First week they were hitting me with eggs were up 200%, and now they're down to a number that is amazing. We're down 97, 98% from where they were. And everybody, they said, you won't have eggs for Easter. Well, everybody had eggs for Easter at a very reasonable price. At the White House, we had our little Easter egg roll, and we had
so many eggs.
Purchased. They said, you have to go out and buy plastic eggs. That didn't work out. So we've done a real job, and our energy costs are way down. The energy is way down, gasoline is down, and we have almost no inflation. So we've got the economy back. We've got a border now that's very powerful.
Joseph.
99.9%.
Tell you, shout out all the donos. But I'm glad that y'all did it. Though those of you who took the initiative, God bless you. God bless you. Amen.
We weren't thrilled with them. They abandoned people, and it wasn't that they abandoned. They didn't bother to call people back. They treated people with great disrespect, but part of it was a level of stupidity that we've never seen before. And I'm glad we arrived, and I know you people also knew you're an amazing country. You're a rich country.
Oh my gosh, 5? Dude, what's going on? We got James.
My side. I really think I know that. And you know the special relationship that we have and our country has. So our country's back with you, and our country's back in a lot of ways. We have a country with tremendous spirit right now. Tremendous. I haven't seen anything like it. I would say this. We're far ahead of schedule. If you would have told me these numbers.
You have to turn on gifted memberships, and then YouTube does it randomly.
Substantially more than $10 trillion. You'll have numbers of other presidents where they won't do $1 trillion in a long time. $1 trillion. We did it in 2 months because, again, you figure 3, but let me have 1 month of fixing up the Oval Office. In other words, getting things ready. And I look forward to having you in the White House.
Look at the Chad.
Celebrate
taking
together.
initiative.
But we are going to be your friend, and we're going to be your partner, and we
That's what I'm
really
talking
appreciate
about.
Your confidence and investment.
Thank
That's
you.
The biggest investment that you've
Oh,
ever
let's
made.
go, baby.
We really appreciate
Let's go.
it. And we're going to treat you very, as you should be, magnificently. And you're a magnificent man, and it's an honor to be with you.
My honor, Mr. President.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate you, baby. Thank you. A long time.
دخل وسام.
نستأذن سموكم بالبدء. Your Highness, Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, in recognition of President Donald Trump's exceptional efforts to strengthen long-standing ties of friendship and strategic partnership between
Again, your latest headline was the agriculture.
the United States of America, I am honored to announce that His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan bestows the Order of Zayed upon President Trump.
Oh, what? They're giving him like some Saudi honorary thing. That's what I'm saying, bro. They didn't do any of this with This is crazy. I think they're about to give him a key to the city, bro. Treasury in coming weeks likely to issue general licenses covering a broad range of economy tied to rebuilding. So, well, yeah, no, it's something about the Treasury. So I think Treasury mixed in with normal move. But here's the deal. I think they might do Q&A. They're giving him this gift. But I told you guys to buy a Philo thing, right? I told you to get a membership. Well, because I'm doing things different today. You know, I want a little bit more of the edge. So even though Trump is talking, we're going private right now. So I will see you guys on the Philo, and I'll see you around Power Hour. Peace.